Welcome everybody to Dragons in the Dining Room. We are doing our first stream of this game with these players. We have Paul in the corner there. He's playing, if my memory serves correctly, Norland.
Bunny Slayer.
Bunny Slayer.
Oh.
We have,
bunnies.
to his left, Jeremy, and he is playing Light, a Dragonborn cleric. We have, sitting directly in front of me, Angela, whom you should recognize. You are playing Katie, right?
I am Kita.
You're Kita. Okay.
I am Kita.
Who is the sister of Katie. Katie is currently feeling a little bit ill, so she might join us a bit later. We are missing Amara, who is Paul's wife. She's got some family issues she's dealing with. And we have a new player to the group, but someone you should recognize from one of the other streams, Darian.
Hi.
She's playing Ash.
Mm-hmm. The Ash Hat.
An Oath of Vengeance Paladin. And with that being said, I need your AC.
AC?
Yep.
Un momento. Pulling out all the notes and stuff from a different campaign because he hasn't been playing so long.
We are actually kidnapping Ash from a completely different campaign that is no longer running at the moment.
Yeah.
So we figured, what the heck?
Why not? AC is 14.
And then you're two passive.
10 and 10.
You are very passive.
Yeah.
All right. And now, for everybody that's joining us, a quick recap. I'm calling this adventure Sand and Magic. The group started in a city where they were celebrating the graduation of the next generation of mages. While the celebration was going on, there was a large explosion that tore apart the school and started to expand, slowly consuming the entire city. And by slowly, I'm talking you could run away, but if you dilly-dallied, you were vaporized by this magical force.
And I saw something creepy.
I'm getting there. The party was instrumental in guiding many of the civilians away before they were destroyed by this magical explosion. And during that calamity, Kita noticed a strange man that was extremely ugly. She doesn't quite know how to explain it beyond that. It looked like he was made out of leather. And as
one of Uka's relatives.
Right? As he ran by some of the civilians and his hand landed on a shoulder or a back or something, the person that he touched almost immediately died. As they finally escaped the town, they barely had time to catch their breath before they were whisked away by a strange creature from the Feywild, who then told them that they believe the creature that Kita saw was a lich and might have been the cause of this explosion. And the reason that the Feywild was so interested is because the explosion is actually affecting the Feywild too. They were asked to assist in apprehending whoever this person is so that they can figure out how to fix what's going on. The party was dumped on the shore of a lake to figure out what to do and where to go, and as they started to search around, they managed to accidentally come across a black dragon.
Oops.
Fortunately for them, the black dragon was amiable, and when he realized that a potential lich was in his hunting grounds, he pointed them to a nearby ruins that he felt would probably be the place where this lich went. After a day or two of journeying, the group found themselves in a strange location, a large pit 80 feet deep, dug in the ground with two gigantic sphinxes bordering a strange mechanical device. While this was happening, Light was stricken with a disease that was tearing apart his mind. With some help, the disease was abated, but not cured. While that was going on, they found some strange artifacts above the pit, and without knowing what they were, Norland decided he was tired of waiting around and decided to destroy whatever this mechanism was in between the two sphinxes. And in his haste, did manage to find a way to open up a secret passage between the two sphinxes that led down a long flight of stairs into a long tunnel that, as they crossed the last stairwell or step, wow, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. As they crossed the last step, they watched as torches automatically lit as they saw a 40-foot long hallway light up in front of them. Just before they had the chance to explore, the cobblestones of the stairwell of the staircase rose up and attacked them. They managed to fend off these strange creatures, and that is where we're picking up. At the base of the stairs, looking down a long hallway that is gently lit by strange fires and the remains of rubble and strange twitching legs. Before you is the unknown. There is only one path to take.
The left one.
You can only go forward.
Leave down the road and go left.
Who would like to start with what they'd like to do?
Well, I want to check for traps.
You want to check for traps?
Yeah.
Alright. Where and what are you checking for traps?
Well, we're in a hallway, right?
Yeah, it's a very straight hallway.
I'm going to be checking, like, as we walk for
Okay.
traps.
As you do this, it does slow your progress down.
That's okay.
Roll me a perception.
Okay, that's not bad. It says 17.
A 17?
Yeah.
From what you can see right now in the light and all that, there doesn't seem to be anything that seems out of place.
Mm-hmm.
To the best of your knowledge, the path forward seems safe at the moment.
Okay, I think we're okay. I think we're okay.
And you can see she's running her fingers through some of the cracks between the cobblestones and checking out the alcoves that the flames are in. She's actually doing a pretty thorough job of it, but according to her, nada.
Everything's okay.
You're not missing anything.
You're sure this time?
You're not.
I'm 85% sure.
That's not 100% true.
Well,
So we're not gonna run into a random pitfall or
I don't think so.
a thing that's gonna swing down from the ceilings and like lob our heads off.
Well, maybe.
Well,
but I
not
don't
your
think
heads,
so.
but our heads.
Well, then maybe you should be Shota.
We can talk it.
Can't help but you're a little half blind.
Tia,
Yeah?
can you put people in marching order on a map?
Maybe. I need a minute.
I'm laying down taking a nap.
Here,
Yeah, you did right on her.
Oh,
find your representation. Find your sister's representation too, just for the sake of argument.
can I get a pencil, Joe?
No,
Please.
writing is against the rules. You have to do everything by memorization.
So I
Please don't.
did give your wife a bunch of mechanical pencils, so.
I'll take those ones.
I'm gonna use those. Why are you using these?
That third one's an eraser. Are they not in there? Because I thought the mini was in there.
I mean, there's some, like, little
Just the eraser.
goblins or kobolds or whatever I could use.
No, check the top row.
It takes
Malusha.
Oh, she's right here. Sorry, she got used last night.
Oh yeah, 'cause the lure.
Yep.
Okay, and then can that one be
Perfect.
Katie?
For now. I'll take that off my hands. That way I can throw some of these back at you as enemies.
Yes. So I'm taking the front.
You adopted. Thought you should know.
And you're
I'm
short.
not even on the same
Oh
floor.
yeah, you're not there yet.
Say, and you're short.
I'm taller than her
Oh shoot. Oi, sweetheart.
by 2 inches.
Yes.
Well,
Can you grab me a charger?
Yeah.
just about everybody's short compared to my character at 6'5".
So we have Kita in the lead.
Yep.
We have Norland taking second, and then
Light and
Light and Katie are in the rear. As you get down, you're what, 30, 25 feet down from the stairs.
yeah.
You get to there, and I'm going to have you start doing the cartography. Any one of you doing the cartography.
Cartographer.
You notice that it splits in 3 directions.
I thought you said there was just one path.
Now
To
that
go.
now that you're here, it splits into 3.
Left.
Left, right, forward.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
left, right,
Pretty-
forward.
It pretty much does the peace sign thing.
So it goes off at an angle.
2 at 40,
Thanks to know.
245 and 1 forward.
And do they keep with the 10 foot or are they 5 foot?
They are 10 foot wide.
Okay, so that's gonna be weird.
So you'd have to go up to probably about here to start the path that goes forward.
Well, let's see here. 5.
Because you just start the forward one right here. And put the wall right here, and then you can go 10 right here. It gives you your 10 feet.
10.
Yep, no, don't worry feeling that.
I'm gonna try. This is why I don't do the maps.
So for anybody who's going to have fun with this one, the Angela and Paul are brother and sister, so I'm hoping that they actually have some in-game altercation.
Can I
She's short!
shush?
Like, really short. I can prove it too.
Now, as you get to this intersection, you notice on the ground that entire span, what is it, 15 by 10 foot span right there, is covered in some sort of writing.
Squigglies.
The 3 of you, what
Make some sad
languages
faces.
do you guys know? Should be right around where your armor class is.
No, because he's. Oh, yeah, never mind. Sorry.
Roughly middle of the page, left hand side.
It's below your ability scores.
Okay.
I speak Common, Halfling, and Thieves' Camp.
I just have common draconic.
Perfect.
They're the same thing, common draconic.
And Katie speaks Common, Halfling, and Draconic. I think she. Draconic. I think she's cheating because she shouldn't have an extra language than me.
She always cheats. She's adopted.
I'm right here.
So, I would like all 3 of you to roll an intelligence.
Which is
Just roll a d20 and add your intelligence to that.
You're
Roll
so
for your
pretty.
sister. Roll for your sister too.
Oh, wow, she gets higher than me.
Well, of course she gets higher than me.
I got 6.
Can I take her roll instead?
I'm dumb. I
6.
got a 6.
Light, what did you get?
12.
Okay,
Which one?
both of them.
Okay, we can do
Katie got a
Whatever.
14
Cleric.
and Keto got a 3.
Sounds about right.
At least I'm smarter than her.
So, between the 4 of you, as you're looking over the writing and these strange hieroglyphs, you guys start to notice that the core of your respective languages can be found inside these symbols. As you start to look, the two of you, you're like, that's reminiscent of the script for the word sky, but it's in Draconic. And then you notice in Halfling that there's some script down there that talks about water. And as you start to do this, you start piecing together the different symbols, and you don't really get a good text out of it. But between the 4 of you, you get the idea that it says something along the lines of the paths of the brothers.
That sounds sketchy to me.
And you see the words choice, death, and reward. But the words around that are almost impossible to hear. Or not hear, but read.
I speak.
You see bits and pieces around the right? It's got a lot to say, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You see, you start piecing the words together, and you realize that this is some sort of story or fable, but with only having bits and pieces to work off of, it's really hard to make sense of it.
So, left, right, straight.
Let's go left.
I assume one way goes to death, another way goes to reward.
Choice.
But there are 3
So
ways.
now, but there's 3 ways. So
One
maybe
also
2
called
deaths
choice.
and 1 reward, or 2 rewards, 1 death. I don't know.
Either way, we're gonna do the one.
I need a perception check out of you all standing there. Ash, can you roll me a dexterity save?
He's very dexterous.
18.
Outstanding. And then roll me an acrobatics.
I'm perceptive at all. I rolled a 1. So
You have
I'll take my passive of 10.
Not me with rolling.
What's the acrobatics?
19.
You rolled a 10. What was your passive? 10.
So,
Passive for perception 10.
Norland, what did you get? A 10?
I got a 10.
Alright, Light, what is your perception?
10.
And Katie and Kita?
Kira got a 13,
Mm-hmm.
and what the heck?
Not doing too hot today, are we?
Katie got a 17.
Woohoo! Katie, you are the only one who catches this. There is a very faint sound of stone against stone. Extremely faint. And as you catch this sound, you realize that it sounds like it's coming from above you. And just as you look up,
Not good.
you see some figure dressed in leathers and a bit of metal slam into the ground in front of you. But the thing that really throws you off is when this person slams into the ground in front of you, it is the perfect hero 3-point landing. do what you do. You are now, for you, you just watched one of your compatriots die. And as you backed up to assess the situation, you were unaware that the floor had opened up, and you managed to catch your balance to where you didn't get hurt by the dangers around you, but you didn't catch your balance enough to stop you from falling into this chute. Coming down the chute, it was pitch black, and all of a sudden it got light, nice and slow, and you realized that something was opening up in front of you, which allowed you to pivot and come down in this three-point landing. In front of you, you see two halflings and two dragonborn.
And a widow.
And a wood elf looking at you.
Oh,
Well, first of
bravo!
all, with that slang, I would have been swearing
Oh, I'm
a
sure.
lot.
Ah, my ears.
I was gonna do that too. Well,
In a
bravo,
different
bravo!
language.
10-point landing right there.
I'm immediately gonna pull my sword out and point.
I hold out a tablet that says 6.5.
I'm pulling out my long sword.
Like I think they
Who
want
are
a better
you? What are you
score.
doing here?
We're trying to find a lich.
Yeah, we're just wandering down the hall.
Well, that's half of my questions.
Exploring while trying to find a lich.
Who are you?
Oh, Ankita.
Oh dear.
And that's my sister Katie.
I got an axe, wanna see?
No.
That was a hammer.
You got a hammer. Stop
She
saying
calls
this,
it
it's an
a hammer.
axe.
I thought
She
it
calls it that.
Oh wait, no, you do have an axe. That's right.
She calls it a hammer. She calls
My
her ass a hammer.
axe's
I think
name
she'll.
is Hammer. Hold on, if we're meeting a new person, I've got to do this the right way.
I think you're a little bit. I think you're just a tad bit confused.
No,
No, not
let
that.
me put my
Yeah.
indiscriminate frozen chocolate yogurt away and I'll come do this.
Or
the
you're
right
just
way.
that little.
Alright, here.
Yeah, got a hammer, more see my hammer. I'm also gonna marry a man named Utgar. He goes tang tang and mine doesn't, but I just know when he sees me and my hammer, he's gonna fall deeply in love and we're gonna have lots of little
As
babies.
she's rambling, I'm looking away and looking at the two tallest ones.
Wait, how is that supposed to work? You're a halfling and he's a dwarf.
Well, they're both
They're
short.
gonna be really, really cool babies.
There's a difference.
There's a big difference.
Small height.
I basically go up to him, go like this, like.
Well, you see, she's 2'11", and he's probably like
3 foot.
4 foot.
So we're good.
It's something to drink.
Only 2 foot. What?
I'm
I was
also
like,
just
we
standing
don't
there
worry
going,
about that sort of thing.
what the hell did I just find?
Oh, Gabs, we forgot the beverage that we got last night.
We did.
That made
I'm
me
not
sad.
gonna have some now, but I'll have some with you later.
Obviously,
The
you've got short, hyper
undiscriminate
1 and 2.
fermented juice.
Who are you?
It's like,
Huh?
I'm Norland. Favorite food is
The
bunnies.
indiscriminate fermented grape juice.
What's the polite thing to say? You know, your favorite thing? Introduce yourself.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said, I'm Norland and my favorite food is bunnies.
And you are?
Rabbits are delicious.
My name is
Come on.
Matt.
I'm just kind of looking up, like, as you guys are extending your hands, I'm just looking at your hands and looking back up.
Wasn't this what all you weird people do? You shake hands or something like that when you introduce yourself?
That's a human thing, I think.
Oh, we just like headbutt.
True.
I thought that was dwarves.
I don't know.
So you guys are here to take
They
care
like
of the
crack
lich.
skull headbutt. We
Kind
just
of.
bump head.
Gotcha.
Not really take
And this is Amara. She's one of those woo woo thingies, and she can turn into animals. Like she turned into this giant spider, and then she had a butt rope, and it was really cool.
What I realized is she's talking about a druid. Okay. Short, small body, small mind, I guess. Okay.
Hey!
Just because he's a donkey doesn't mean you can pick on my sister. That's
I
my
want to
sister.
kick Ashen.
You probably don't have a sister or any family. He
You
probably
trying to
doesn't
hurt
even
her or
like
you
you.
kick
No, I just
I'm
watched all my
kicking.
compatriots
It
die.
happens.
Oh,
It
Yeah.
happens.
well that's
I
a
think I
bit
got
rough.
here.
So how come you're alive and they
Nutrition
dead?
loss.
Did you kill them?
No.
Oh, what
When,
killed them?
when you said that, Kira
Did you at
comes
least
up and
loot
kicks
them?
you in the shin.
No, I
We
haven't
didn't
tried to
loot
loot them.
them. You don't loot your
Door
friends.
opened up. What?
Oh, you know what?
When you say small body, small mind, Kira comes up and kicks you in the shin.
Want not, waste not. That's what I say.
Well, he said it just happens, so I'm not trying to
Cannot
hurt
try-
you.
Just
cannot
like
try to
use
do
the
massive
bones of a
damage, you
bone,
just
you
bump
I'm just gonna look at you and just kind of nudge you away.
Hey! I mean, I probably, like...
I'm
right
5'7".
On a break,
I'm taller than you!
we're
Yes.
going to go to the
I'm
place that
I'm
says
3
sells
foot 1,
petrol
thank you
because I
very
want the
much.
drink.
I was like, good for you, short stack. I'll pat you on. I'll bend down and pat you on the head.
No, I had no chance to loot them or do much because as I stepped back to assess what was going on upstairs, the floor opened up underneath me.
Wait a minute,
Here I
upstairs.
am.
How far upstairs?
You must have had a rogue like her looking for traps for you.
I don't
Roll,
know.
Well,
roll an intelligence real quick.
May I have my
Yeah.
dice, please?
oh, duh. Sorry.
Hi, everybody. I'm not dead yet.
That was
Yeah.
writing on the
Okay.
floor.
I
9.
was writing on the phone.
9. Your
9.
best
Oh, God.
guess is
Wrong
probably
campaign.
you slid probably
No, I have a
between
character
15
named
and
Nine.
20 feet.
So he says 9.
But it was at an angle.
Yeah, it was hard to tell how high, about 15, maybe 20 feet. It was at an angle. It was hard to tell, and it was really freaking dark until all of a sudden light and I'm landing on the floor.
Oh, well, light.
What'd you do that
That's
for?
light. So I'm not sure why you saw him, but you seem the capable sort. I'm glad you're here now.
This guy likes you, by the way.
Does it?
Yeah.
Let's see. Ooh. No, I think maybe not. Maybe it likes the idea of you liking me.
So,
Maybe.
what do you guys?
It's like,
That was creepy because
well,
we're siblings.
you're
and
more
we're
than
names,
welcome
not
to join us. You've almost been killed by beetles.
So have you.
Cobblestone-looking
So have you.
scorpion things. Also, I almost got crushed by a rug.
That has not happened to me.
There's giant stinks over there.
So
We
what?
had.
What?
Giant stinks.
Sphinx.
There's a difference.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't.
Those
stink.
you're aware of because that's how you got in. Remember?
Yeah. How
Um,
did you guys get? I thought I dismantled that.
We climbed up and went tying.
You did what?
We climbed up it.
What do you mean by tang?
We hit.
Yeah.
There was little spinny dials and we smashed
You
them.
broke it?
Yeah.
He broke it, technically.
That's how I was able to get it to open up.
There's a reason why those mechanics are there.
What was
Yeah,
the mechanics for?
Technically he broke
I
it.
got impatient. Sorry.
What was
I
the
tried to
mechanics
fix it by
If it wasn't that
gently
I needed it, you kind of
gently moving it.
Gently.
and then I stuck my hand in there, got it to work again, and it kind of spun, knocking us
So
off.
wait, why are you here?
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Same reason you guys are here.
You're
To
trying
kill
to
the
kill
lich.
Yes.
And find its Phyllotoad rectory. Phyllotoad rectory.
A what?
It's Phileo.
Phyllotoad rectory.
Yeah, it's Phileo.
Phylodactyry.
What she said.
For those of you at home,
They almost got us all eaten by a black dragon because they wouldn't shut up.
the
You
word
were beautiful.
I was shutting up.
for
I was scared
for
shitless.
Ab,
You made Uncle mad.
taking this amount of time to try and figure out what in the blazes she's talking about,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden in the back of your head you go, a phylacteral. Oh, that's what she's trying to say. The device that a lich puts its soul into.
Yeah, that thingy.
You mean a phylactery?
Yeah.
A Phyllotoad rectory, yeah.
Phylactery. Do you know what it is?
Well, yeah, the lich, he takes. I approve. The lich, apparently he makes a deal with somebody, and then he takes his soul like, and he sticks it in the Phyllotoad rectory like, and then we can kill him and nothing happens unless we smash it, and then it goes croak,
Maybe
and
you
he
are.
goes croak.
Maybe you are adopted.
I told you she was adopted.
Although she knew closer to the actual name.
Yeah.
I just explained
You know,
what it
you
does.
have a solid brain. Good job.
I don't like him.
I told you he's ass.
He's he's twice our size and still doesn't have decent manners. Mom would smack his knuckles right hard.
I don't need manners to get shit done.
Well, I've never
I
met
like him.
Maybe
anyone
you
who
should
needed
get some
manners to
anyways.
use the privy. Do you need manners to use the
Which
privy?
one?
Do you say thank you afterwards?
Sort of.
This bloke makes no sense. No wonder his
What
party's dead.
Manners?
Because that's where my. Because I need to remember my.
This
Yeah,
is
me
gonna be
confused.
such an awful campaign.
I know. That's why it's interesting to bring this character.
You want
because
what? I
he's an
take what I
asshole.
want. I do
I'm
what I
sorry
want.
for what I said when we were gaming.
So as you guys are looking around
Poorly.
and having this conversation, you guys still have the three paths in front of you. And the strange writing on the floor.
Oh, what was the writing
So-
say?
Oh, point out the writing.
She
Say,
was in
can you
the
read any of
other
this?
room,
I'm gonna look at the writing.
Alright. Now that you're present,
I
a few more words can be deciphered.
Okay.
It seems that this language has the roots of many different languages in it. And as you guys start to, again, work on this, you're getting closer to understanding what the words say as it talks about the gods of the sky, the gods of water, the gods of the different elements, and how they have been, their energy has been harnessed in this temple. However, it takes a proper pharaoh to be able to wield this power. In front of you is the path of three brothers, the pharaoh, the zealot, and the champion. You're not sure which one is which, but the words, the pharaoh, the zealot, the champion. Two of which could not contain the power, one of which could. Choose the path of the one who can maintain power, and you will not see death.
Are you nice enough to tell
As
us
you
that?
Yeah.
As you take a look after seeing all of this, and you're able to piece these words together, above each walkway, you see some familiar symbols now that you've deciphered it. To your left is the path of the zealot. In front of you is the path of the pharaoh, and the right path is the path of the champion. Nothing else distinguishes the paths.
So you know which way to go then? You're one of them learned sorts.
Well, we're not taking the right path. Right path on the school last time.
Right's never right.
No,
What the
Some
pharaoh-
idiot almost gets us killed that way. Oh God, never goes to the right.
How do you know?
Because
Where'd you find him?
I've studied all his fights, and I've seen him a few times, and once he almost shook my hand.
She's lying. She'd never seen him in her life.
That's not true. You went to one of his fights with me, liar.
Do I know who they're talking about?
Okay.
Yeah.
You.
It's the Iron sign. Tang tang.
You know, that would depend. What's your feeling on dwarves?
I've worked with them before.
Okay.
They're not that bad.
The name's vaguely familiar.
Like maybe they're placing bets on him or something.
You think at one point in time, some of the mercs that you worked with were speaking about some Utgar guy or Iron Ursine guy, but he holds no sway.
He wears a bear skin and fights with war picks, and his muscles are just yummy. Ain't you never been in love?
Bleh.
I have.
Bleh.
She's no longer alive.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We can't leave him alone. He get hurt without his love.
No, we have to protect him.
Yep, he's got a broken heart. Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Oh shit, bitch, help me.
Just wait till they start clinging to your legs and you have to walk around with my legs. It's not fun.
It kind of is for us.
You do that, I will fling you into a wall.
Sounds like a game.
I need a perception out of everybody.
That's better.
Because I don't figure out what a d20 was. That works. 23.
17.
Nice.
10.
17.
17.
Jeez, now you guys are rolling better.
Not me.
As you guys are having this conversation and whatnot, there's a small rumble that you guys can hear.
Uh-oh.
And it takes you a minute to realize what this rumble is. And the sound of thunder pealing happens again. And as you focus, you can hear the sound of rain hitting the ground.
Oh, it's raining.
It's
Even
pouring.
Even from this distance down the hallway, it's as if it magnifies the sound a little bit. And there's a moment where you guys all realize the stonework around you is dark and smooth, as though water damage has filled this tunnel.
Guys, we need to get out of this tunnel. Look, as I pointed out to the one who can't see shit.
Right.
These are stones. These are smooth stones. Water makes stones smooth.
Yeah, I get that. Okay.
There's water coming down from the sky. That's called rain. So when that water... Sorry.
I know what rain is. I get the picture. We need to move. What path are we taking? Left or straight? 'Cause we're not going right.
Wait, it's
Yeah.
it's Zealot, Pharaoh, and
Champion.
Champion.
And Pharaoh is straight.
Are we sure?
Zealot, Pharaoh, Champion. Left, right,
Well,
and left, straight.
So,
if it's the power that only a Pharaoh can wield,
He's one who can hold the power.
then
the-
technically that means straight will be right, but doesn't that seem a little too obvious? Anyone else?
if you think about a champion, would probably sit at the right hand of the Pharaoh. So we could take the left path.
That'd be the right path.
That's the right path?
Zealot is left,
and,
Pharaoh's straight, Champion's right.
Zealot, oh gosh. I don't want to split up, but we gotta choose. What if we went a little bit of ways down one, and then what if we just went a little bit down each of them? Only about like 50 feet. We could split long enough to do that, see what's there, come back, and then make a more informed decision.
What happens if they close off?
Oh, I didn't think about that. I want to take out my bag of rocks. I have a rock collection too. It's just a little bag. There's only like 5 in there, and they're all really special to me. This one's Matilda. This one's Wanda. This one's Shirley. But
Can I throw
Shirley and I had a falling out, as it were.
Can I throw Shirley?
I hand over Shirley. Yes. She
I
bought,
like throwing rocks.
which throw it on the way to Zealot. See what happens. Shirley was always kind of moody.
How special are those rocks to you?
Well, apparently not. She had to fall out with Shirley here, so.
Shirley.
No.
I
I
can't
do
understand
have
your
ball
accent.
bearings that could help with that instead of throwing rocks.
But
You throw them. Don't you need them?
I don't know.
Either way,
Ooh!
What race are
Zealot's to
you?
the left.
I'm gonna pull my hood off.
I didn't know
You
elves
got
had
it,
that
got
many
it.
balls.
Me either.
I'm gonna chuck the rock.
I mean, I've heard
I'm
balls of
chucking the
steel,
rock.
but that's the first time I've ever heard it in that context. We never knew what they meant. I want to see this.
How big is said rock?
How big's the rock?
Surely she's only about like that.
You launch this thing down the hall. I mean, it doesn't take much. It starts skipping across the
Welcome to the
cobblestone
adult table.
and vanishes into the darkness.
You know what happens? Surely.
You can't see it. Unfortunately, dragonborns don't have dark vision.
And how did you halflings?
We didn't think about this very well.
No.
Can I see it?
I'm waiting to see his response after he goes, wing! You're currently having an argument with the girls about balls.
Yeah.
Well, it's more like an anatomy lesson.
That's not
I'm just
how
gonna
that
listen to see if it
works.
trips anything.
You don't hear anything except for the skittering of the rock.
Okay. Well, Shirley's gone. We're down the direction.
If nothing happened, then maybe it's.
Maybe it's okay.
We should vote, right? That's what civilized folk do. Vote.
Yeah.
It's the way the pharaoh is supposed to be it, but it seems too obvious to me.
Well, we gotta pick something fast and start moving.
All right, well,
Because if
who
it's
can-
raining, this tunnel might fill.
I can't see in the dark, but I can watch a rear.
I can't see in the dark either, but let's see
Well,
what's-
with a name like Light, you think you'd at least glow or something?
None of you can see in the dark.
No, can
Well,
you?
I can cast.
Well,
What?
our druid lady can.
Oh, that's right. Look, the superheroes. I wonder if Ukar can see in the dark.
I think so. I think I heard that dwarves can see in the dark.
Ukar can do everything.
Except for reach a height above 5 foot.
That's what he got me for. He can toss me. I'm so petite and ladylike. With my
I'll
arm.
look down the tunnel to see if I can see the rock.
I can't.
It's just resting
Just resting.
about 45 feet out of the way. Closer to 35 feet out of the way.
Is there anything in the tunnel of note to?
Roll a perception.
I can't see him blind.
20?
From where you are and looking down that one, it's
Yeah, it could be
hard
but
to really make much out, but for a brief moment, there does seem to be some discoloration on some of the stones that feel familiar from when you were upstairs.
And that's down the Pharaoh? Zealot?
And that's, you're guessing that's about 40 feet into the tunnel.
I also want to look down, just kind of move over, look down Pharaoh, and then look down Champ as well to see if.
Give me a perception for each.
I squint mightily in that general direction.
10.
And that's Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Nothing seems out of place down that way.
I can remember a lightning
10.
attack.
Yeah, the other two tunnels seem like they're okay.
We'll save that for when the bad things come and you can fry them all just like that.
Well, in the Zealot tunnel, I couldn't quite
He said he
see
can shoot
Pharaoh or
lightning,
Champ
right?
very well.
So I said when the bad guys
Didn't
come,
seem
he
like
can
anything down there,
blow them
but
away.
in Zealot, there is discoloration that looks like
Huh.
discoloration of stones upstairs.
I think so. Maybe.
I think if I burst
like
lightning, it would hurt.
discoloration, like water damage discoloration.
Oh wait,
More like a trap discoloration. This entire place is full of traps.
Well, we figured that out.
Yeah,
So
no,
wait.
Zealot has a trap
So-
in it.
What, honey?
So let's
Uh-huh.
not go down Zealot.
Okay, so
So
I
go
think we should
straight?
just go straight down Pharaoh because that's
You
what
guys are
pretty much
starting
is.
to notice that
Okay,
there
hold
is
on.
moisture gathering on the floor.
So we
Let's go
got
down
to get
Pharaoh.
moving.
Let's go down Pharaoh.
Alright, I'll watch the rear and I'm gonna light a torch so I can see, but I'll stay far enough back so it won't mess with him and his amazing steelness.
But am I not going to,
Look for traps?
yeah.
Well, here, take this. It's dangerous to go down.
So we'll head down Pharaoh.
We must head down Pharaoh.
Alright, and what is the marching order?
I'm gonna go first.
I'll go last because I still think Pharaoh's a trap.
I'll go right behind you.
Okay.
I'll go third.
Then I guess I'm fourth.
Then a more.
Well, so
She-
Mara's gonna be just.
She's being NPC'd in the back.
Okay.
That is what we refer to as a player's army. Alright. As you guys start making your way down, 10,
So player's army.
25, 30,
So let's bring the zombie.
Mm-hmm.
about 10 seconds after Amara crosses through the threshold,
Yeah.
You hear the rumbling of stone
Uh-oh.
again.
Uh-oh.
You have a PTSD flashback. And all of a sudden, the tunnel gets dark.
Yeah.
When Amara and Katie turn around, there is now a stone wall.
Well, I guess we're
Behind
going
us?
this way.
Yeah.
Guess we're going this way.
Go be.
Yay.
I need.
Should've went. Champion.
So, you guys are now inside the tunnel proper. There is no way to turn back around.
Well,
Unless you want to try breaking the door
I
again.
say we have a barbarian.
You have
We'll
a
make a
barbarian.
door.
You might be able to make a door.
Anyways, but we're gonna keep going forward.
Alrighty.
We can't go back.
We can't go. We can't go back.
There's
There's a
now
wall.
a stone wall behind you.
We triple trapped our
Call me.
apparently.
Could I make a roll to see if I could stop it with somehow?
Sure, go ahead. Roll me a strength check.
20.
20?
Hmm.
Outstanding. Now, roll me. How are you trying to stop it?
Well, taking one of my javelins and into the wall.
Rising from the floor.
It's rising from the what? Well, can I vault over it and get to the other side
So
before it gets up?
You guys entered the tunnel,
Yeah,
and then it started to rise.
yeah.
And you're going to jump over.
I'll give you a boost.
I might live longer if I do. You know, I'll take a javelin, and as it's coming up, I want to try and shove the point of the javelin in the cracky place.
Outstanding. You do that. With your 20 strength, it doesn't take much effort either. You just drive this thing into the stone and watch as it rises up.
Wouldn't the javelin get
And
caught?
then the javelin gets caught on the top. And you have this javelin that is now piercing the ceiling and the rising floor, and there's this moment where everything comes to a pause. And you think you have succeeded.
In that moment,
Snap.
help me get this down or do I crap.
You made him jump so high.
We need a towel in aisle 3. Towel aisle 3. My sister wet herself a bit.
Like you got her to
Get
jump.
the mop. It's a mess.
Your face is a bit
Can I
red.
get a dexterity saving throw
Oh, cool.
from the first 3 people in the row?
The first 3?
Or the back three.
That would be Kita, Light, and Ash. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Kita.
Add your 3
That would be a 17.
Okay.
What if your future
Ash.
husband saw that?
11.
What
And
could
Light.
happen?
3.
3. Outstanding.
He might be cool enough for this.
Okay. There's that loud ping, and you hear this whistle. Ash, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. As this thing just barely clips you as it goes careening down the tunnel. Whereas Light, this thing manages to clip you and bury itself into you as you take 4 points of piercing damage as you now have half a javelin piercing the body.
Oh. Can I have that back?
Shot through the heart.
And you're to blame.
You're the one
She
who
gives Rob a
shot.
bad name. Nose goes.
Stab.
I'm sorry, I was trying to keep it from shotting us in.
That didn't work.
It's stone.
Who wants to take
I
it
didn't
out?
see you doing any better.
You're behind me.
Yeah, I hope you don't have the vapors.
Then why do you think I like to take the brunt?
You're
Because you
welcome.
have the vapors.
No, I don't. I don't want.
All the javelin's good luck for you.
I'm
That's
really
like-
sorry.
Stick
I'll
it on
come
the
walk
shoulder.
up and sorry about that.
Wait,
Depends
you're
on
in the
where
front,
it's at.
Second.
Yes,
So,
he said from the back. So it technically should have been you that rolled.
No,
No, he said.
No,
from the
he
front.
said front. It
From
just
the front?
didn't.
Okay.
So
Because-
basically, it went over
because-
my head and
Right.
it came down.
no, because they
Can
were
I have
watching.
you roll a Constitution saving throw, please?
I think that's oops.
I had 20 plus your con mod
Can't save.
or cons.
20!
Fantastic.
You know what? You're a lucky kid.
As
My parents never would let me play this. You got cool parents.
as this javelin pierces into you, and Kita so gracefully rips it out of you. Katie
Okay,
so
I was gonna say I
carefully
didn't
rips
do
it out of
anything.
you.
Do you want
Gently
me to
and
kneel down?
methodically pulls it out of him.
Do you want me to kneel down?
You can
No,
do
I'll
whatever
just
you
jump.
would like. You rip this. You have this ripped out of you, and you feel your body start to sweat, just like it did when you were outside. And that racking pain came through your
Again.
skull. However, it's a very brief moment as you take a couple of deep breaths and it starts to pass. However, you do feel kind of shaky.
So does this mean we chose the right path and it's blocking the water from coming in, or we chose the wrong path and now we're doomed and gonna die?
We'll find out.
Yes.
That's comforting.
Apparently, we need to go to the end of it and find out.
Well,
Oh my
shouldn't
God,
we
we're
make
supposed to
sure
go the
there's
other
no way to
I don't know.
get out? How thick is it? Maybe you big folks could smash it, or I could smash it.
I am holding my shoulder. What do you expect?
I don't have a big enough rock to throw at it that smash through it.
You could use Murray. He
Which
was
I've
the
done
best.
before already, by the way.
Murray?
Murray.
Murray.
Destroying
It
the
looks like
temple.
a face, so I called it Murray.
Yeah.
A Feywild temple.
That is,
Wait,
you're not 100%
Not
sure
100%
that's
sure.
Feywild.
Fair
We're
enough.
It's
not
okay.
destroying anything.
You broke through a door.
I didn't break through anything. I was trying to.
Feed.
Oh well, I'm
I've broke a
not
couple
destroying
things.
anything. That should
We're
come with
flipping it. There's a couple gnomes, and they do this. They go into places and they call it flipping it, and they destroy everything in it, and they make it prettier and better than it was before. Maybe he was flipping it.
You want to flip ancient ruins.
Why not?
It would make a nice castle.
Oh, there were also these drapey, like octopus-looking thingies that tried to kill us too.
Vampire
Oh.
squids.
Yeah, they came from the ceiling and they went flappy, flappy, sucky, sucky, and then we smashed them all. It's
It's
a
all
majestic
wrong.
blood-sucking flap flap.
Oh
Joe's dying.
Continuing on, let's keep going
Yeah.
before we die here and,
Let's just
or
keep
whatever.
walking.
Majestic blood-sucking flap flap.
I'm just gonna turn around and face forward again and start
god.
walking.
Yep, I'm gonna start walking, and I'm going to be methodically looking for traps. I know that's going to slow down our progress, but I don't want to get smashed in the face
You
with a
know, and
boulder.
I'm pretty sure Ash is appreciative of it too. as
Mhm.
She met you through a trap.
He-
Yeah.
He met you through a trap. Roll me one of them their perceptions.
Do good.
Knowing that there are that many traps, would I be able to assist her in finding them? Because I saw traps probably upstairs that they haven't seen yet.
I'll give you a +3 to whatever you roll.
That's going to be a 13 then.
Can we put
Did you guys-
majestic blood-sucking flap flap on my shirt?
As you guys start making your way down this tunnel, you get about 20 feet down the tunnel, Miss Cartographer. You get about 20 feet down this tunnel. And you notice that there's a set of alcoves on either side.
Like the 5.
Just a little tiny hole in the wall, like where the torches were in the long tunnel.
Okay.
If I make a pot of coffee, will anyone else drink some of it?
Yes.
There was no hesitation in that answer.
Well, I want to drink cold coffee.
So
I'll put ice cubes in it.
if you want to make coffee, go make coffee. So you get to these alcoves and you start to explore them, and there's nothing in the alcoves that you can find until you turn and you look with your back to the one alcove. You realize that there's this small glint in the back of one of the alcoves. So you reach over to it and you touch it, and I need a dexterity saving throw.
Of course.
I'll make coffee, it'll be better.
There we go. That's okay. I'm good. I hope. That's going to be a 22.
Fantastic. You touch the little glinting thing, and as you do, the back of the alcove starts to crumble, as though there was just a fine layer of stonework in front of it. And when this happens, you realize that it's some sort of vial. You have just enough time to realize that that's not cool,
I need to move!
and you dive out of the way.
Yeah.
I now need a dexterity saving throw from Light. And, yeah, Light.
Light can't die, I like light.
Katie, move yourself.
Kira.
Move yourself on the other side of the alcove. That's where
Right
you dove
there.
off to. What was your dexterity saving throw?
15.
15. You know, that's actually not too bad. As you both take fire damage from an alchemist's fire that just exploded.
Wildfire?
Hmm?
Wildfire?
Yeah, wildfire. But you only take half damage, 13.
13? And that's half?
And that's half.
Oh my gosh!
Maybe it's because you dropped it.
Ow!
Is that like half your health?
That was more than half my health.
Okay, how dead are you?
I'm not dead.
And you're fine.
Ow!
Yeah.
I don't.
Don't
I'm
go
gonna walk
touching
over
things.
and just
Why am I
told you there
being
was
punished?
traps. Lay on hands and 5 points.
Oh my god.
You just watch.
Now.
You just watch. The rest of you guys watch as Kita walks over, puts her hand into an alcove, and dives out of the way. And a half a second later, there is this fireball that erupts, catching her and Light.
Why am I the one being punished?
That's going on your t-shirt.
Let me see. She's adopted. But the
Still over anyways.
the fire is brief, as the only flammable objects that it can really do anything to is the two of you.
Ow.
So it takes very little time to put out the fire on the ground. It
Stop,
burns.
drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll.
You get to this point, and you see that the tunnel starts to veer off to the left about 10 more feet down.
That's a good
It's
sign.
it's a slow curve to your left.
So this way?
Correct.
So like curved every 10?
Yeah, we'll do that. There's a 35-mile-an-hour turn, not a 25.
Like on the way back from Moose Lake, where you have to go down to like 2 miles an hour
Oh my
to avoid
gosh.
dying.
Before Cromwell, yeah.
Because there's no shoulder.
Right.
I don't know. I've taken that one at 45 before.
I
I
know!
know, so have I.
That's how I know I
That's the
had good
best part
bladder
about-
control.
So that's the only way to take that turn.
Oh, it was. I want to do that on a bike.
Let me get
Oh,
life
I don't
insurance on
want
you
that.
I
first.
want to do it on a bike. So, that's what you see coming up, and you swear that it opens up down that direction, but there's enough distance between you and the actual torchlight you can't quite tell.
I'm gonna pick myself up,
Yep.
dust off my singed pants,
Okay.
and continue forward.
I'll do the same. Continue by
Quick
my
question.
stages.
Do you guys want them in sets of 2 or sets of 3?
Roll me another perception.
Because I could do a third one face scrubby size.
Ooh, yes, please.
Okay.
Roll me another perception, Miss Trapfinder lady. You know,
If
this is where you need a goblin. Goblins are the perfect trap finders. Here, touch that.
Just took him away. Go walk for a little bit.
I
No.
heard once of a famous orc rogue,
Meatbag.
and I heard he had a stuffed dog he took everywhere with him. He called it Trap Finder. And
Anywho,
17.
17. As you start to make your way around this corner, and everybody's catching up to you, the light does show that it's opening up into a room. It's not a very big one. You're guessing from what you're seeing, it's about a 10-foot diameter room, or it's a 10-foot radius room, so 20-foot diameter room. And just as you start to get in there, you can see that the floor doesn't look like it's crafted the same way everything else has been thus far. You have a sneaking suspicion there's something very hinky about the room as a whole. The
you just
ceiling, as you get closer to it, it's almost like they're different sets of rings. It's almost like you're in a bullseye.
Oh, lovely.
like the room upstairs.
But each of the rings seems to be individual. They don't look like they're fused together.
Oh.
But that's what you see as you're approaching the room. So yeah, from right where you're standing, it's a 20-foot diameter room.
Okay, so 20-foot diameter, circle, square,
Circle.
rectangle.
Diameter means circle.
So like,
Just the best that you can. I don't expect precision.
it's more like 25, but that's okay.
I'm just stay on the doorway.
I don't have a compass for her, so hush.
But do you have a rose? I want that for Valentine's Day one of these days. A compass and a rose.
Okay.
But like the rose taped to the compass.
Okay.
I feel like that would be special.
I really need to get markers for that.
For what?
For spells and such. All right.
Oh, that kind of marker. I could knit one.
That's all. The rest of you guys approach as she's just standing there staring at this room, going, duh.
Don't trust this.
I'm not going in there.
I don't like this.
Do you want to use Walter?
What?
Walter and Murray were the only two I hadn't introduced you to yet. Because Shirley was number 3 and you threw her.
I'm
Or, well, he
one.
threw her. Here, Murray's lucky. Take him.
Hit the bullseye.
You want me to hit the bullseye?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to toss Murray in, aiming for the innermost ring. And see what kind of a prize I get.
Strength or dex, whichever is higher.
Oh, that's obvious. That's not bad. Straight
That
dex.
was good.
Just as you mind, yeah.
20.
20? Oh, that was a good toss.
Yeah.
You
I
let
take it
this
at all
thing-
the carnivals.
You let this thing fly, and it starts to skip about on the floor. And for the briefest moment, you thought you put a little bit too much into it, but it catches, lands, and kind of spins on the center of the center area of this room, and nothing happens.
I'm still not going in there.
The
Told you
cen-
Murray was lucky.
and there's only 3 rings.
Okay.
Is there like a big gap between the rings, like a pit?
Just-
Or?
If it's as thick as my pinky, that's the most it would be.
I'm going to very, 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 very cautiously
So what varies?
walk into the room.
Tricks.
So you guys watch as very, very slowly, very, very tentatively, a halfling foot is outreached, and ever so slowly, she sets her toes down on the stone. Her weight starts to shift as she starts to go from 10%, 20%, all the way up until she's 50-50 weight over the threshold, and nothing's happening.
I'm gonna fully step into the room.
You are now in the room, and nothing has happened.
Look up.
I was about to say, I'm gonna look up, make sure there's no creepy flap, sucky thing.
As you look,
Majestic blood sucking flap flops.
They do not look majestic at all.
as you look up,
Each their
you
own.
notice that the ceiling has a very similar design to the floor, but something feels off about it. Something about the images on the ceiling isn't quite the same as what's on the floor.
What
Is
do you
there
see,
any like,
Peter?
alcoves on the wall, or is it?
You're not in the room.
Okay, well, I will walk up to the edge of the room and look around the room, see if there's anything on the walls.
Roll me a perception.
16.
Oh. You almost missed it. You look around in the room, the walls at first seem like they're smooth. Nothing about them seems off. And then, just right, the flicker of the torchlight, you catch that there seems to be some sort of abrasion on the walls, as if something has scraped on the walls. And it takes you a minute, but your eyes focus, and it's almost like a spiral.
I said I would
Like a
be
drill.
very careful.
Careful about what?
I'll explain what I see on the walls.
How low does the scratches go?
As you get that question and look, it appears as if... Stop it. It appears as if the scratches disappear, both going up and down.
What if it's one of them
Then what?
a dumbwaiter?
I'm gonna move up next to him.
Mm-hmm.
Does
You
it
remember?
look like the circles in the floor move?
Aunt Myrtle's dumbwaiter.
Dumbwaiter.
Yeah,
you can move
but
'em?
Uncle tried to fix it, but when she pulled on it, it went brrrr inside the shaft.
You're not sure.
Maybe this is like the dumbwaiter. Not sure how to accent that. So
How far away from her is the biggest ring?
The biggest ring is on the outside.
You went dumbwaiter,
She's
right?
standing the way her mini is right there. She's standing on the
box.
second ring.
In a
On the
wall,
second ring?
and you pull a rope, and the box goes from one floor to the next floor, and you can put stuff inside it.
I
One
wouldn't
time
put
we
my.
tried to heat it in there,
Hmm?
but I didn't get it
Still
all the way to the
doesn't
next
work,
floor, and she sat
I know,
there
I
and
can't
cried
figure
for
out-
like an hour.
Is there any
What's up with the
symbols
camera?
on the floor and ceiling, or?
Yes, there are.
What do the symbols say?
Yay.
The symbols don't say anything.
Yay.
They look more like pictures. They look more like embossments.
Ooh.
Okay,
I'm-
is there
I'm-
any similar
feel pretty good.
symbols on every ring?
Achoo!
I don't.
The rings on the floor don't share symbols, but you see similar symbols on the ceiling and the floor.
Ooh, maybe I'm gonna grab the big ring and see if I can move it.
And that's what I was gonna say. Are they out of alignment with each other? The
Some
symbols?
of, yes, they do seem to be out of alignment, yes.
I
I'm
can help.
moving it ring by ring.
Can you use Q runs on
There's
myself?
traps
Yes.
and puzzles everywhere, so why not this?
So which ring are you grabbing?
Richard.
If we try to move the outer ring first while we're still in the hallway, if it goes, then we can kind of do it from the edge. So if it goes like that, we don't get squished. So you might want to be back in the hallway.
Yeah, we can try to move the.
Well,
big
no,
one.
because this way I
Yeah,
can
the second
watch
ring.
this.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
and this way I can
So
watch to see if you're lining things up right.
Your spellcasting.
So you want to stand in there?
Where,
Yeah,
so it'll be
where in
1d8
there are you standing?
plus-
I'm going to stand in the very center of the room.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Down.
I'm worried
Every
about
video
this.
game I've-
So,
every video game I've played.
so
What about the rest of you? Light,
That's
You
level
and I are probably
2.
gonna-
I'm using Q runes on myself.
Yeah, but his spell
Kia?
modifier isn't on there, so hold
it's
on.
wisdom.
It's wisdom?
Yep.
So 3 plus proficiency, correct?
Nope, 3 plus wisdom.
Wait, what?
You don't add your proficiency to cure wounds.
So it's just plus 3 then. So whatever he
It's
Well,
rolls.
a
his
D8
spell
plus
mod-
Wisdom.
His spell mod should be.
Wisdom. As a cleric.
Yeah, 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
So it's 1d8 plus wisdom.
Okay.
But he's a life cleric, right?
Right, so
Which
it
would
should
give
give
him
him plus 2. That's where that 2 comes from.
9.
Because that would mean he's only adding 3.
Does he only
To
have a
his-
plus 1 to wisdom? Or plus 1 from wisdom?
Plus 3 for wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay, so you add your 3 from wisdom and then 2 from life cleric for a total of 5 plus a d8.
No, hold on a second. It's
Okay.
2 plus spell level. That's why.
Thank you.
So it's
That's
2
what I was.
Plus 1 plus modifier plus d8.
Yeah. 3 plus 1
Plus
Plus
2.
for a life cleric plus whatever he rolls on the d8.
Yes.
Which
So
6
then-
plus 4 would be 10, not 7.
Yes.
Yeah, so you get 10 back. Right?
Okay?
Yes. His life cleric.
Okay.
Because what I was trying to figure out too is because he doesn't have his spell save written down or his spell attack bonus. And I know his spell attack bonus is more than.
Is modifier plus proficiency.
Right, and that's what I asked, and I got.
That doesn't get added to your cure wounds. That gets added to a roll to hit.
Gotcha. Sorry, I was trying to figure it all out at once.
You know,
Too many questions, too many answers. So,
So,
between the two of you, Ash and Norland. Well, before that, Kita and Light. You
Katie and
see
Light.
Katie walk to the center of the room. You hear Ash and Norland
He's never gonna get that right.
No.
talking
We need
about.
to switch names.
No, you don't. I'll get it figured out. You hear Ash and Norland trying to talking about maneuvering some of the stones.
Thank you. Can I have 1, 2, please? I want help. Which one do you want me moved? Here, I'll turn that way. It's facing.
She's your wife.
So Kita just asked you guys if she can help.
so yeah, we're gonna try to line up the symbols from the bottom stones to the top stones.
All right.
Now I'm just gonna do it on purpose.
Yup.
Well, which one do you want me moved? You've got the outside.
We're getting the outside one.
We don't know exactly how heavy these are.
Well, I'll stand in the middle and try the next one. If you guys have the outside.
There's only three. There's
No, 3
two
rings.
rings.
Right.
And then the center.
Right. If I stand on the center and I move the inside ring, and if they're moving the outside ring, we
So
should
she's
have
gonna
bases
stand in the
covered.
center with
I
me.
was just making sure. There's only the three.
So you're gonna spin the ring that she's standing on.
No,
No.
because we're both standing in the center. She's gonna.
Here's the
Oh,
center.
so there's a center and then there's
Here's
a ring.
ring
And
1,
a ring and then a ring.
and here's ring 2.
Center,
You're moving ring
ring,
2.
Ring.
We're
Okay.
standing here to move ring 1.
And I'm going
Okay,
to watch
we're
to make
moving
sure
to
we're
the top.
moving things right.
And I'm gonna pour some coffee because I don't feel like it's a migraine
I have a
anymore.
feeling
but the
what's
room's
in
still
there
super
is
spinny.
like-
So,
That's
Light, what are you doing?
I'm gonna join
Is
yours.
that moving?
Which ring? 1 or 2? 1 being the inside, 2 being the outside.
We got
The outside ring? Awesome. So the only one that's working on the inside ring is Katie.
A barbarian.
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 Alright. I now need a strength from Katie.
Okay. I'm coming. Strength check. Yeah.
Athletics check.
Athletics. It's not good. Well, it's a 13.
Awesome. You standing where you are,
Okay.
it takes you a minute, but you realize that the way that these things are embossed, there's actually spots for your fingers to go.
Oh.
And you pull, very much like the Wheel of Fortune or The Price is Right.
Okay.
We will forge.
I need Light, Ash, and Norland all make a dexterity save.
I knew she
Uh-oh.
was one instead of another.
16.
16.
13.
Keto, fresh vanilla cream.
All of a sudden, as you guys, all 4 of you, 1, 2, 3, your feet launch out from underneath you. As you are all tripped by the momentum of the ring you're trying to pull, going the opposite direction that you thought it was going to go. The only ring that's actually moving is Katie's. As she pulls on it, it actually moves with pretty little effort. You guys are just along for the ride as the outside ring starts doing this.
There's yours, and this one's mine. I labeled them so you don't get them confused, because I know you adopted.
Kita,
Yeah.
you're watching from your relative ease
Yep.
as Katie's going wee, 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 and your friends are going zing, zing, zing,
You
zing,
spin
zing.
my head right.
Just think of Uka.
Right.
What'd you do?
I dropped it. I got it.
I got it back.
And as this happens, you guys catching yourselves after the first couple of rotations and being off balance, you guys notice that the entryway you guys came in is slowly going up.
Go the other way! Go the other way!
No, we want to go down.
Wait, we want to go down?
Maybe. I don't
I
know.
thought we wanted to go up because that way we don't drown.
We can just spin it fast the other direction if we start getting water.
Right, we'll just go, and if something happens, it'll spin the other way, because this is a lot of fun.
Well,
Watch
hold on.
this.
Hold on. Maybe we should spin it the other way just to make sure it'll bring us back up before we go too far.
Alright, I try and stop it,
Takes no effort.
and then I try going the other way.
Takes no effort. She starts spinning it the other way.
Does it go back up?
You guys have time enough to maneuver so you're not.
Start moving.
You guys aren't on the gravitron anymore.
So we're all in the center.
Wait.
And
I want to try. I want to stand on the outside ring and brace.
roll me a dexterity save.
Start spinning it like you would with one of the kids on those
All I
merry-go-rounds.
can, all I can
God.
picture is
Spinning wheel.
all I can picture is Link standing on
It's a 4
in the
total.
windmill,
Okay, so the
and
two,
the windmill starts spinning
who
real
all,
fast. And you
who,
get
all is
thrown
going,
off.
who all is going to be spinning to bring the whatever it is this is up? Who all's going to spin? Light's going to spin?
Spin
Anybody
me,
else?
spin me.
I'll let them just spin it because I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that's a little too. You get too many people spinning and it's too fast.
Okay, hold on.
Don't you want?
I'll grab it, kiddo.
No,
1 second, guys. We got
revenge is below me.
Knock
I
on
just
the door.
steal.
You want
And kill rabbits for a living.
to
So.
be scary monster?
Rabbits are delicious.
See? No scary monsters, just a neighbor. Let me see if Kiara wants to. She's hiding up in her room. Kiara, do you want to go out?
I'm out.
No, Joey, you can stay inside.
Stay here.
You don't have your
Cause don't start.
What was that, Kiwi? Okay. Thanks for asking, little bud.
Like I said, we just need to buy lots of land, build a couple houses, have big vineyards and some animals and stuff, and gardens and
Would be interesting. Okay, so, Light,
the animal community.
you grab this wheel and you give it a huge tug. And
I'm sorry.
as you're
The worm.
standing there going, spin me, spin me, spin me, you forget
That's when you
that
get me.
this gentleman is significantly larger than you and has a much longer reach. So the spin accelerates a lot faster as he goes zing, and you feel your feet move and your shoulders don't. As you go poof, poof, and
Can we get like your SR?
Stop
Can we get like
you
a
don't get, you have nothing to grab onto.
Can we get like
As
a
you turn yourself into a rock tumbler.
Ow, 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 ow.
But as light begins to spin it the other direction, you watch as the opening starts to shift in the opposite direction.
Okay, I think we're good.
Stop this ride.
It takes you a little bit, but you manage to find your feet.
I don't feel so good yet. Come here.
Alright, well let's go down and see what we can find, and if we can't find nothing, we'll go back up. Yeah. Maybe.
Down we go. I think almost down the center this time. I feel a bit green.
And face away from everybody else then.
You guys,
Yeah, if I stood on the outside, it would all zing in and
Yeah.
be gross.
you guys start
No,
pulling
we'll just spray
on the wheel,
That's the wall.
and you watch as it slowly starts to sink. It's a very disconcerting image, watching an opening on the wall go up. You're so used to watching everything else around you, it feels weird. And then there's nothing.
This feels weird.
There's nothing on the walls. You see the slight scrapes, the abrasions. But the only thing you can really tell is going on is because you have the torch. If it was unlit, you'd have no idea. And after what seems like forever, to your left, you see another opening slowly starting to rise up. And you find yourself staring down another hallway. Only it's a very short one. It's only about 10 feet. As you can tell, that there's steps that lead down into a large room.
How far underground do you figure we are at this point?
Well, because we just went up, didn't we? Or did
No,
we go
we went
down?
down.
You
No,
guys
we
went
went
down.
down.
Oh, I thought we went up slowly.
No, but we were already down. And then we walked into the stinks room. We could see up. And then we went more down. And now we went even more down. How far down are we?
Timber?
Huh?
Timber.
Timber? How far down is Timber?
I don't know, but it's going down.
I forgot to yell. And all I can think is fifth set, fifth set.
Yes.
It's the only way I remember fifth set.
Just fifth set in general.
Something about this room really does catch you guys though. It's lit.
Someone really cool was down here
I mean,
before
it
us.
is lit AF, bro.
What kind of
No.
light?
What?
Did she win? Cool. You gonna watch another episode? No.
I went upstairs.
You're going upstairs? Okay. Make sure only Kiara's room.
Okay, so obviously I'm gonna start going down the hallway.
Okay.
Downstairs.
I'm following behind them this time because I still hurt.
Okay.
I'm sure you do.
I'm going
Jojo,
behind
do
her.
you want to do
As
Minecraft
you
by
guys
yourself?
walk,
Okay,
I'll
Kate,
just
will you
come
set
out
him up,
first.
please? Thank you.
as you guys walk out of this room,
Yeah, but no playing Minecraft. Just get them set up, okay?
You guys walk out of this room. You enter into a huge chamber. Inside this chamber, you're guessing it's roughly 60 feet square
I think so.
40 feet high.
Minecraft.
There
Joe, can
are
we have another one?
there
Give her
are
a joy,
multiple
Okay.
statues lining the walls, and you see that they're strange. They look like people, only their heads are animals.
You guys just gotta be quiet.
You see one person standing there holding a staff, and his head looks like it's that of a falcon. You see another guy holding a wand and what looks like some sort of lash, and he's got the head of a jackal. And you see a leopard, a cat. You see all sorts of these crazy half animal, half people statues.
The first one was a bird, like an eagle,
Falcon.
falcon,
A falcon. You see another one that looks like a jackal, another one that looks like a bull.
leopard, cat.
Yep.
I
Feline.
know what it is. Ash probably is.
And you have,
I know it's Egyptian.
I was about to say each.
and you
Oh, yeah,
see,
you ran two sphinxes earlier.
and you see that there's light coming in. And it's really interesting because it's a very soft blue light that almost feels like you're underwater.
Look at blue light, blue light.
Thank you.
Blue. Maybe we're under the dragon's lake.
The dragon
A
lake,
dark black
the
swamp.
dragon swamp.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure it's a swamp.
You're saying there's water above us?
Well, it kind of looks like it.
I can't wait to look about this place.
No, let's stir and see if there's
Could be
a
lights
black
going
river in that.
through glass, crystal.
Well,
Maybe.
what
Whatever
we
you
do?
don't stab it.
The light?
Yeah.
How you stab
If
light?
it looks like we're underwater and water's light's coming through water
Not
above
that
us,
light, that
don't
light.
stab it.
It did stab me.
I said it was sorry.
Leave magical berries alone.
So.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean
So
if the
you
casters
just-
say don't touch it, we shouldn't touch it?
That sounds weird.
Yeah, it does. I think I should smash it. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Let's watch him. Let's watch these two.
Sorry.
Walk the clock.
We're in the room or
Come on,
we're
perfect.
outside?
You guys are just walking into the room.
Alright,
And
how,
this is what you're starting to see.
how many of these things total are there?
8.
8? Right then.
Are there any other symbols like on the floor?
There are the pictographs and the strange runic letters all over this room. And the only thing that really seems that seems kind of odd, you have light in this room, but on the opposite side of the room of you, you see what looks like 2 oxen on the ground, and inside their really large horns, you see 2 large basins and wood piled up.
You said wood?
Yep.
We should light it on fire.
Wait, you mean we
That
can
sounds
start
right.
a fire underwater?
Yeah.
I want to do it.
Yeah, let's go light the wood.
Okay.
Do it. Yeah,
And
let's light
I-
the wood.
Start walking over to the wood with my torch.
Okay.
Already?
Ready.
Yes.
Maybe they'll be like in Zelda, where you have to light them and then something opens.
What's Zelda?
I don't know, but I heard about it once.
I heard he wears a green coat.
Just light the wood.
Burn, baby, burn.
And it
Disco Inferno!
ignites that fast. It actually is kind of scary because there is a
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure you're missing hair on the back of your hand.
Light the other one now.
I gracefully jump back.
Okay.
Do you want me to light the rest? Since I don't have hair.
You say I don't have fingers?
I have scales.
Oh, good point. Go ahead.
Oh, should I light the others?
And as this one lights, you guys stand there for a minute. And you realize there's something peculiar about this wood.
There's something peculiar about that wood.
Maybe it's soaked in like mineral spirits.
And as you make that
Make it
joke, you realize
Oils?
you're not too far off. As you smell spice in the air.
My eyes burning and I smell cinnamon.
And it takes a little while.
Poor Patrick.
He's not here.
It takes a little while, but you realize that there's a small haze starting to build in the room too, as the smell of this burning wood is getting pretty heavy in there.
Wait a minute, do I feel sleepy?
Nope.
That's good.
I mean, it is a little heavy in there, but no, you don't feel anything
I
bad.
smell pretty.
But you also notice that this wood is burning super fast in what you would expect.
So are all the basins lit?
There's only two,
Okay.
so the answer is yes.
Did anything happen when they're lit?
No, other than the smell and then the haze.
Where's any of the smoke going?
It's just lingering. There doesn't seem to be much for airflow in this room.
I'm glad I'm short.
And as the wood finally burns down to ash, and it doesn't take long, what surprises you, it's only about a half an hour that this is burnt.
Must be really dry wood. Wait, half an hour? Does that mean we can take a rest?
Yes, you guys can have a short rest if you would like.
Yep, let's do it.
I need my DI.
And I'm gonna roll one of my hit die too.
Woo, witness.
That's a witness.
You roll well, I think.
Can I borrow a pencil?
Because I'm actually gonna roll 2 because I really, really hurt.
You can roll.
The average.
Pointing at it.
Nice.
Good job,
You rolled 2.
Paul.
Then you can add 2 to that, so you have 19 back now.
I need you to roll a Constitution save.
Who?
Right?
Sad face. So I rolled max, my first die.
And then you roll 1 for the next.
I did
And that's how we come up with averages.
I did 20.
Yep. And then add your Constitution
My max
modifier,
points
your
for rolls and
Constitution
sorcerers
save
is
to that roll.
I only got 20. I must have rolled low when I
I
created
just took my averages.
Yep.
But
14.
Well, because you also
Nice.
don't have a con mod.
You're
so
still feeling under the weather
10.
from whatever it is that your body is fighting off, but it doesn't seem to be affecting you.
Yeah, 'cause
Poorly.
you must have rolled. For
So that
17
piercing
rolls.
pain you felt in your head and the shakes and the sweats,
Average is
not-
6.
they're not that bad right now.
So you should be at least at 22.
Alright, as you guys kind of sit and relax, half an hour passes by, and then you realize that the fire has pretty much burnt out. And just as you guys are making this realization, you hear the sound of metal. It's soft, but it sounds like metal rubbing on metal.
Oh. You said metal and I got excited.
No,
he said soft.
no
metal,
Pantera,
so
no Ozzy Osbourne. It's a different metal.
I was saying cold. He said soft and metal.
And all of a sudden, there's a click.
I'm looking around at the statues. see
I'm
if
looking
any of them are
too.
Moving.
You realize that it's almost imperceptible, but the basins have risen about an inch
Because they're not as heavy anymore.
on each of them. And the wall behind them starts to separate.
Ew.
Something coming.
As
I
it,
told you.
as it does this, you watch as the haze from the smoke is immediately sucked into the other room.
Mm-hmm.
As it appears to those who would understand that it was vapor locked.
Okay.
It's called a case of the vapors.
And as the opening gets wide enough to where you can get a good view of what's in this other room, you see that there is a large circular stone platform in the room with a purplish energy rippling inside this stone, creating a gorgeous amethyst purple hue to everything around it, including a strange creature covered in bandages and looks like it's half dead.
Oh no.
I need initiatives,
no.
Oh, do we really get to fight a mummy? We're all gonna die. That's gonna be a fun way to go.
Yay. Don't forget to add your initiative.
Yeah, anytime you roll niche, you gotta add the initiative to it.
You roll a lot better than I did.
What'd you get?
17.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Alright, Katie.
20.
Kita.
13.
Light.
17.
Merlin.
9.
What's your
Roll
initiative?
campaign.
9.
What's your initiative?
9.
Yet.
I know, waiting for that.
Ash.
9.
Really?
Yes, I rolled a 1 and my initiative was 1.
Well, you're going to find out something amusing with that. You guys watch as this creature starts to shamble forward. I need a moment to put together the map for you guys.
Yep, that's fine.
Shamble, shamble. Shamble, shamble.
Well, while you do that,
The
I gotta
most
pee.
of that.
Yep. Restroom if you need.
So like quick 5-minute break.
I would say, do we want to take our normal scheduled break? I mean, it's really not that early.
2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? Yeah, we will take a break so that everybody can grab food.
Oh, perfect, because Jess is on her way.
Oh.
So perfect timing.
Yeah, we can grab food. One of our missing members is going to return. I can draw a map for these guys to be able to play with. That's not going to help. But we will see you guys in about a half hour. I'll be back.
Bye.
So,
Are we?
there's 6 of us.
All right, so welcome back. Our break is pretty much over. Everybody is set up on the map. And you
The
guys,
arcade, and you don't need to talk to you.
you guys just watched as the wall opened up and this crazy
They don't.
tall creature covered in bandages and bones and what looks like leathery skin is ambling toward you from in front of a large ring with amethyst colored energy scintillating inside it. Katie,
Yeah.
you are the first to respond to this.
Ooh. Right.
That's sour.
That's not bad though. I like that. You can have black or do what?
Wait a minute. Did we switch minis?
You're the taller of the two little ones.
I'm the taller of the two little ones. Okay,
Yeah,
and then I would have been
staff.
against the wall. Crap. And that's where we came in, right? And that's
Right.
the bandage dude.
Correct.
I'm gonna get 5, 15, 20.
Okay,
Is it every other one that's diagonal?
stop right where you are. I need you to put this, and I need you to put this right next to her on the oxen. As you pass by this section,
No, close the door to the dogs, please. You guys are eating. Not playing with the dogs.
as you
Sorry, trying to mom here.
as you pass by the statue of the oxen, you hadn't seen this before, but all of a sudden you feel something sharp scrape across your leg. You get the
Okay.
moment, you feel this, and you take 8 points of slashing damage as you see a tiny, or not tiny, but a small black cat wearing what looks like a golden,
We have
jewel
pencils.
encrusted necklace, staring at you with venom in its eyes.
That was on the oxen.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and look at it.
You see a black cat wearing a jewel encrusted golden necklace, staring at you with venom in its eyes.
Golden axe, here, see.
Okay. Roll hit.
It's snatching.
Roll the hit.
Kill my kitty.
It scratched me.
Bam.
That would be a 13.
This thing is more lithe than you thought. You swing and your axe connects with the statue. The cat slinking out of the way just before you hit.
Kita, this one's yours.
I need this one to be put at the entryway
Are you guys still eating?
just in front of
Sit.
the creature.
Every time
Like
I
here?
look over,
Yep.
you guys are dancing around, and one of you can't sit unless you're all sitting. So you guys all have to sit.
And
Yes,
Kitty's
Mom.
familiars.
Is the only answer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Or you could not sit right now.
Alright, that's going to be fun. Yeah.
That's fine.
My turn?
No, I need you to make a wisdom saving.
Me?
Yeah.
She did it way back.
Puppies are receiving much love.
That would be a 10.
I don't want this
That
to
would be
get
a 10?
inside under the door, so I made Scoot out.
You
from the
look
inside.
up just in time to watch a little black cat walk around the corner from that new room that opened up,
Yeah.
and it's purring. And that purring just makes your heart melt, and
Oh, it's a kitty.
you have to go toward it and pick it up.
Oh, no.
It's Puss in Boots.
Take your normal movements toward it.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
This is why I like dogs.
Okay.
Wait,
Puppies
do I have any
are
resistance
better than
to
kitties.
cuteness?
As you're doing that, it approaches you.
Yeah.
So move it toward you.
Hold on a
How
second.
many
I'm
feet?
making sure I don't have any.
If you move 40.
It can get right in front of her.
Yeah.
That's only about 25 feet.
I don't have any resistance to cuteness.
You are now holding this cat as it walks toward you.
Okay.
You are holding this cat, petting it.
Yeah.
And it bites down.
Yep.
It hurts you because it's a cat, not a dog.
Does a 24 hit?
I've
Only on
met two
Not on
nice
Sundays?
cats in the world.
Only on
Two.
Sundays.
Only on Sundays? Alright.
I've known a lot of them.
And you take 3 points of piercing damage as it bites
Yes,
into
Cody
you.
bought it.
Do I drop it?
No.
Not very small.
Sorry.
It's like small.
But if you could only have one.
And that now brings us to light.
So, since it's right in front of me, I'm gonna grab that cat by the neck and try chucking it.
Roll,
Don't know where you would have learned that.
roll in athletics.
I have no clue. I don't chuck cats that bite and scratch at me.
13.
I drop kick
As
them.
you go to grab this
That's
cat and
No,
wing
I don't
it
even
across
like
the
cats.
room, you barely get your fingers around it as it scurries and purrs, and she covers it up so you can't.
I'm fully charmed apparently.
It bit her, and she's still protecting it.
It's that powerful.
I told you I can introduce you to something new.
We're dealing with ancient Egyptian deities at level 2. Nothing bad could ever happen.
We're level 3.
Give
We
her
are
a
level 3.
You might not scratch out your
Okay,
two
no,
there,
just
but
kidding. We did. I moved my 2 to a 3.
So you tried to grab him. Is there anything else you want to do? You have bonus action and movement.
That is the one thing I always forget.
I'll summon the spirit.
Because you can
Neither
use
I
your
split.
Weapon. Spiritual
I
weapon.
fight a barbarian.
Okay.
To my left,
And what is your weapon to look like?
a spear.
Alright, give me a moment.
Ooh, this
Alright, you'll have to suffer with a glaive. And that's his spiritual weapon. You'll have to suffer with a glaive. I don't have a spear.
Okay.
Close enough.
Ooh, yes,
And
yes.
as you have summoned it, it gets an attack in its turn.
Oh, well,
What are you trying to hit?
It's not supposed to be a
The other cat that's by her, I'm gonna flee completely out that one.
It is hidden from you.
Oh. Then I can get it on the side and hold on. Weapons and
That brings us to Kita. You have a kitty in your hand.
And it bit me.
Yeah.
You could pull a Hulk.
Go ahead and roll another saving throw.
Another whiz save.
What?
That's a 13.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to do your turn?
I'd like to drop the cat.
No, you like the cat. You're not dropping it.
What about the mummy?
What about the mummy?
Can I shoot it?
You have a cat in your hands. You can't shoot. You can't use a missile weapon that way.
Then can I go hide with the cat?
I'll
Sure, where do you
protect
wanna
you,
hide?
Fluffy.
I'm gonna go hide behind one of the pillars.
All right, go move yourself behind the pillar.
Tito,
Take
what
the
are
cat
you
with you.
doing?
5, 10, 15.
She's protecting
And do I roll
Kitty.
stealth?
You're trying to hide. Go ahead and roll.
She's trying to
stealth.
protect Fluffy.
Fail.
Lucky! That would be a 22 to hide.
Okay. So you duck
Because-
behind the pillar and try and
Halfling luck.
you duck behind the pillar and try and keep the kitty safe. Which brings us to Norland.
Okay, so we have two cats.
So attack the mummy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go after the one that looks like it could actually kill us.
Possessive ball of psycho.
Happy kitty, sleepy kitty.
Purr, purr,
You know,
purr.
I may pull a Patrick and say it starts gaining health every time you guys degrade.
No, you
If that is the only way you can control the sidewalk.
I'm gonna cast magic missile
At the mummy,
at the mummy.
roll me some damages.
Why does that look like the like
Plus one each.
Like,
water cistern thingy that Mama Ra
8.
looked into to spy on the Thundercats?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
You know, I'll take that.
Bumra.
The
You take inspiration from somewhere.
right? I hadn't even thought of that. You guys brought it up, and I'm like, huh.
The ever living.
Katie,
Yeah.
I need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, what?
The
Do I
kitty,
get advantage because I unlock cats?
the kitty starts to purr at you.
oh no.
And it's a wisdom save?
Yeah.
That's an 18.
It starts purring at you, and it realizes
Not today, Satan.
this ain't working.
I realize you don't like cats.
I'm not a cat person.
And it skitters away.
Probably got a bunch of potassium in it.
Move it 40 feet toward the pillar behind Norland.
That's
85
only
milligrams of potassium.
Yeah,
15
but
feet.
he can move up to 40
The
feet, so
potassium is
he's by that
too.
pillar. And how far was that? 20?
15.
15? Let's see if this works.
Haha.
Don't let the kitty drop.
It does. As it
Right?
scurries up, the statue, just to your right. There's two statues flanking it. On that side of the room. No, this one. The one directly to its right. There you go. The one that he's got his finger on. The one that he had his finger on. a statue.
Statue, not pillar.
The squares are pillars.
Okay, got it.
All right. It climbs up and it slinks down on the arms of this statue about 10 feet off the ground.
Okay.
And Ash.
That guy would never get possessed by a cop.
Hey, Ash. You went before the mummy.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Come on, PHP.
Do you know why you went before the mummy? Because I rolled a 1, and it's got a negative modifier.
That's awesome.
So does that mean it loses in that turn?
You can't have less than 1.
Darn.
Alright. So you watched as this cat. Nope, from your position you did not see where that cat went. You did watch as one cat was picked up and carried away into the darkness, and there's that bandaged, leathery dude on the other side of the room. It doesn't seem that the attack from Norland really had much of an effect on that bandaged creeper.
I am going to. I'm going to use my bonus action
Okay.
to cast Hunter's Mark on the cat that's on the statue.
You'll have to move so you can see it.
If you move 5 feet, you should be able to see it.
Yeah, because I'm right here.
Yep, but he's also 10 feet in the air inside the crook of the arm of the
So if I
statue,
go right
and you
here, I should be
didn't
able to
see
see
him run there. So there, I will give you line of sight.
There, give me my sight.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to move 5 feet, cast Hunter's Mark on the cat.
Yep.
And then I'm going to pull out my longbow
Okay,
and shoot at it.
please do.
Kill my kids.
22 to hit.
You somehow managed to find a way to pierce this cat, even with it being buried in the arms of a statue. Well, damn it.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage?
Yep.
Okay.
Because Hunter's Mark, I get extra 1d6 damage whenever I hit it with a weapon attack.
Okay. And that cat is mad at you now. Anything else, Adia?
Nope.
Okay.
Thank you.
I need
They've been playing a rogue god paladin.
I need
Mm-hmm.
the mummy to step forward. I'll make him step forward 15 feet. And now make him finish his movement in front of you, Katie. I need, on the other hand, Light to make a wisdom saving throw.
Good.
5? You are paralyzed with fear as the eyes of the mummy glow this crimson red and purple as it stares into you, and you feel the pit of your stomach turn to ice, and you are frozen in place. And then it swings at Katie. Katie, does a 16 hit you?
Not today.
As
Toy goes to defend it.
as its leathery clawed hands throw out a punch at you. And you have the briefest of moments to notice that there is some sort of viscous liquid on its claws. You have a feeling that it's a good thing it did not make contact with you.
Don't let it touch you.
Katie,
Gross hands.
Katie, Katie, it's your turn.
I at this point would like to yell and rage.
Oh!
Wait, I'm Hama. I can't rage without it. And I'm raging and will smack it.
You can attempt to.
Witness!
Nice.
Take it from here.
Way to start off.
And that's with my great axe. That is a 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 plus 18, 19, 20, 21, 20. That is 22 damage. Because my rage damage does not double, correct?
Correct.
I know.
22, I would like to action surge.
1 second. Yeah, never mind. Go ahead.
Okay, and then I
We'll
want
get
to
to that
action
in just a
surge
moment.
and try and hit it again.
I'll get to that in a moment.
16 plus 5, 21 to hit.
Yeah.
And that is another 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. That's 35. Oh, there's 11 because 2 from rage. So 37 total.
As you swing into this thing, you connect with one of the most solid strikes that you have ever had. And it's the strangest thing as you watch. It's almost like the bandages get tight just as you make impact. And it doesn't feel it was quite as effective as you wanted it to be. And then you swing a second time and you watch it again as if the bandages move and solidify, catching some of the impact. Light, you're paralyzed.
Hold on, I still have my movement.
Then go ahead and move.
I didn't say I wanted to use it, but I wasn't done yet. I didn't say it was done yet.
I need duct tape.
Well, yeah, crap, because if I move, then it gets an AO.
Ash.
So, never mind.
Ash,
Yes.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. As you start hearing purring,
That kitty's coming.
Oh god.
It's Ash, but it has
Saving
advantage.
throw?
Yep.
16.
16? Okay. The cat
Although-
buries itself a little bit into the crook of the arm.
Yep, you had the same thought I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. With save.
No, it's your turn.
She's not doing nothing.
Okay. What can I do?
You're holding the cat, you're petting the cat.
Can I drop the cat?
That's what.
Can I try to resist the cat's evil temptations?
Not yet.
Oh, end
I
of
turn
turn.
advantage because I forgot to roll for advantage against being charmed. Because
Is it
I didn't
is it
need you to re-roll. Nothing happened.
okay.
is it
You have advantage on saving throws against being charmed, and magic can't produce it.
I guess I'm going to stay here petting the kitty then.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Nice.
What'd you get?
That would be a 9.
Get a dog, they said.
You're really enjoying this cat's company.
Spud.
Norling.
Thanks. Okay.
Oh gosh. Do I call it Spud or Goliath?
What?
I'm gonna cast Firebolt at the mummy.
Okay.
That would be a total of 24 to hit.
You did not miss.
I thought you were gonna say he missed for a second. I was gonna be like,
Like, wait, what?
after my next turn, I'll put food on.
And I did 6 points.
6 points?
6 points.
Nice. As you guys watch the bandages on this thing smolder with the fire, and there is a scream from this mummy that, strange as it is, you recognize is in Elven.
What did it say?
Ow! It very much sounded like an elven version of Gollum going, it hurts if it burns.
Wait, we have 6 words, right?
Sure.
Die, Phileo-toad rectory.
All right.
Do it again.
And
Hurt him.
as you're petting this kitty, does a 14 hit?
Ha! No.
All right.
Naughty. Where's Meatball when we need him?
Does an 18 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. As it tries to bite you, but with you petting it the way you were, it didn't quite get a good angle on you. So now it's mad and it scratches at your face,
Ow!
and you take 7 points of slashing damage.
You
Ow!
should have rest.
Right?
So that doesn't give me, like, the ability to roll. I'm still thinking that this is the greatest kitty in the world.
Yes, you are.
You know, I want to say something real quick. This is the perfect analogy to parenting. Because the time will come when your little toddler is throwing a temper tantrum,
Ash,
hissing at you, biting, scratching,
you're up.
because you won't let them eat the poop they found on the ground. And
Literally.
you love them and you're so amused that all you can do is hold them and they're killing you. This is preparation.
Same first. Shooting at the cat.
You're shooting at the cat. All
Yep.
right.
Am I wrong?
12.
I was thinking more like,
You
ooh,
fire
dog,
this
what's
time,
that?
and with the cat having buried itself deeper in the arms of this statue, you hit this statue quite solidly. And there is a very definitive hiss coming from the cat.
Like, to you too.
Okay.
That's pretty much.
I need a wisdom saving throw from Norland.
Your turn.
Yes.
That wasn't bad.
Is it from the kitty?
12.
We don't know yet.
The
That's okay.
mummy turns and looks at you, its eyes taking on the look of Hades itself bearing into you. And for a split second, you feel as if everything in your person is just starting to run. That flight response is almost overpowering. But at the last moment, you manage to shake it off.
Oh.
And it turns, looks at Katie, and there is this unearthly growl that comes out of its throat as it slashes down at you. And I'm going to assume
I think the
22
mummy
hits.
likes me too much.
Ick, yeah.
I
Okay.
don't think the mummy likes me too much for burning it.
You take, wow, that's funny.
Okay.
Or on it.
You take the least amount of damage that this thing can possibly do.
Okay.
5 points of damage, bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning?
Yep.
Okay, is that already halved or no?
No. You take half of 5 damage.
So at 3.
Run, yeah. And then you feel the whatever that viscous fluid is burn into your wound as you take 8 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, that ain't cool.
And I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Ash some more when they go inside the room.
A con?
Yeah, con saving throw.
Okay, I'm okay with that. 14?
Okay.
I leave.
And then you guys hear one of the strangest things in the world. As there is a celestial voice echoing through the chamber. And you realize that it's coming from the crook of the arm of that statue.
A celestial voice?
And then,
I don't speak pretty.
and then
Oh
you
no!
watch
It's healing it.
as the mummy starts to grow back some of its bandages and flesh.
I scream at it like a distraught martial artist might scream at a man in a red suit.
Light, you
That
are
was
no
a
longer
scary
paralyzed.
scream.
Yes!
I don't remember screaming.
That was you did that like 4 times. That is a scary scream.
3.
3?
Three.
Was 3? Okay.
It's your turn.
Can I chuck the spirit spear at it?
You can move the spear at it, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna chuck it at it.
Okay, roll to hit.
Do you have a modifier for your spear?
The spirit spear.
It's sorry.
Wouldn't it?
Use a spell attack roll.
Mod plus proficiency.
Your spell attack modifier already has your proficiency added into it.
Okay.
He doesn't have it written down.
I'm still.
That's okay. It's
On
okay.
your spell sheet, you should see a spot that says spell attack bonus.
Mod plus.
Okay. Take your wisdom modifier, which is I believe plus 3, right?
Yep.
Add it to your proficiency, which I believe is plus 2, right?
Yes.
That 5 is your spell attack bonus.
Plus 3.
So write that down on your paper.
Equal 5.
So whatever you roll plus 5.
Correct. When you're doing a spell that needs it to hit.
8.
8 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Your spiritual weapon flies toward it, and with an unearthly grace, it shifts out of the way. And the spear misses.
Stuff like that is confusing at first. Don't worry. I have a character named 9. And she still
You still
can't
have
figure
your
out anything
attack
except she likes
and
horses.
your movement to do.
Can I do a breath attack at it?
I thought a breath attack was a bonus action. I may be wrong, that's why I'm asking.
1 moment. Just look at the ball.
I don't have it written down. as
I
action,
think it's an
bonus
action.
You can use your action to exhale destructive energy.
Okay, perfect. Yes, you can use your breath weapon. Are you close enough to hit him?
And 60 at 60 feet for range. And
That would be a yes then.
A breath weapon has 60?
I
That's
thought
awesome.
It was 15.
I
It's
thought it was
not
The
50.
full.
blue is
It has
blue,
15
so it
line.
is
I believe it's
5 by
60.
30 foot line.
30 feet, not 60. Okay.
Yeah.
He's still. That's,
He's still
He's
with
still
that.
within range.
Yeah, it's 30-foot line or 15-foot cone.
And what do I need to do?
Dex 12.
Okay. I need to do
You
a
got
dex
it.
saving throw of 12. And what happens if I save or fail? Do you recall?
Do you have it open, Deering?
Yes, I have it open right to it. Do you want to see it?
Sure.
Okay. It's under breath weapon.
That's how I wrote
Just so
down
you
mine.
know, we got a couple of new players here, so getting some of these rules figured out is good.
I'm trying to be
And
good.
that's the best way to do it because that's how you learn.
I'm trying to be good.
It's hard, isn't it?
It's really hard.
If you have a thought after I've done something, because you play paladin and I'm not used to spellcasters,
And half of
tell me
my-
after.
And I think it's okay if you ask me to help you. I'm
And they
just
get
trying to get better at
So
things
that
that
you're not playing?
unsolicited.
So what happens if I save?
You take half
Okay,
of
so roll
2
damage.
6.
Roll damage.
7.
And what type of breath weapon do you have?
Lightning.
The fun one.
There you go.
Sizzle, sizzle.
7 was your damage that you rolled?
Do you want me to keep it out for that?
Sure.
Okie doke.
Yeah, I'll show you what I did.
Do
That's
you
how I
want
wrote
to
down my
move
breath
at
weapon.
all? Light.
Right here.
Do you want to move at all?
I'll stay so I don't get. Aw.
Do you want me to do some text
About this.
Kita.
Well, your turn.
Adopted. Just call her adopted.
What would you like to
And
do?
I did.
I want to
I
kill
wrote
the
down
stupid
DC
cat.
save.
Can't yet.
I wrote down what damage does and what it does if you
Okay.
get a saving
I
throw.
mean, you can move. You can attempt to attack something else.
Makes it
Then you're going to have attack
easier
in
when you
there.
just flip it and read it.
Yeah. And
Bigger
if you,
print.
And if you want, Jeremy.
I'm actually
we
gonna
have index
move to the
cards that we
pillar
can put
behind
information
light,
on for
Okay.
you.
so that way I can see the mummy,
Okay.
but I'm
On
still
index
like
cards.
hidden behind the pillar.
Anything else?
Well, yours
No.
is different.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
So you're
Do it.
This one.
30-foot line.
Halfling.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What's your
Can I
DC
use a
save
drama
on that?
point to let her
What
reroll?
did you roll in total?
That's
7.
your
7?
damage.
Okay.
What's your
Very
save?
soft
Save
fur, and that necklace is
12 or
amazing.
13 if you fell.
Alright, Norland.
Okay, my turn.
After you
Well, I know
use
he
your
don't like
weapon,
fire.
You can't use it again until you can take a short or long rest.
So
So you can only use
I
it once. You can only use it once.
A day.
am going to
You have to take a short or long rest. in
do
order
it.
to use it.
Scorching ray.
Okay.
But 7 was a good roll for a breath weapon.
So scorching ray. See if I can hit him. 19 to hit.
Okay. The first raid does make contact.
Do you
So.
want an index card with that information on it?
So first ray makes contact, and I'm gonna. Should I just roll for all 3 rays and then roll damage?
Go ahead.
First ray hits. 13 for the second one.
So don't
To
worry.
hit.
That one slides
That's
by
why I said
just a
don't
touch.
worry.
Okay.
You almost got him,
And
but it just barely.
That one was 11, so only 1 hit.
Yep.
So that will be
We will help you as much as we can
2d6.
without
Um,
telling you exactly
and-
how it character.
guidance.
Guidance.
Yeah.
11 points of fire damage.
Nice.
I really wish that all 3 would hit him, but
Let's see. It's you touch one willing creature once before the spell ends. Target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one ability check of its choice.
Okay, that's the one I thought it was. Thank you. You guys hear that celestial voice again? And it's coming from the one you're holding.
Oh boy.
As, once again, the mummy seems to be gaining some health back.
Gag your
As
pet,
it's
Kita.
repairing.
Huh?
As it's repairing, its body is repairing. Ash.
At least it didn't hurt me again.
Oh, perfect. And that was a cantrip.
It's moments like this, I wish I had magic missile.
yeah.
Moments like this where I wish I had turned him dead.
Moments like this where I wish I had a black dragon. Oh wait, I do.
I am going to shoot Ray of Frost at the mummy.
Okay.
Six.
You launch that piercing beam of blue light, and it manages to somehow get directly in between the mummy and Katie. One of the best thread the needle moments you've had in a while.
It's not what I wanted to do.
You have a bonus action and movement.
Yep. That's an action. One moment.
Like that. That was a good one. That's one of my favorite ones. Is cleric.
Nice.
Sacred flame. I like that one.
Ow.
My guiding bolt is pretty sick.
Your guiding bolt was amazing last night.
Hell, I got.
You did something like 112 damage with it.
Did I? Yeah. Because I cast it as a second level spell twice and then a first level spell twice.
It hit like a truck.
But then I got hit like a truck.
You did too.
I'm gonna use my bonus action.
Yep.
To move the hunter's mark onto the mummy.
Okay. And
Because that only affects your damage, correct? Okay. So it's very similar to Hex.
all of a sudden the creature disengages, backs up into the room with the circle, and then lets out this scream, hiss, growl, its jaw completely
Like in the Mummy, ironically.
as it just and you guys watch as the smoke from the braziers that you guys had lit starts to coalesce. And number 1 and number 2, doesn't matter which one's which.
We need to fix this.
Where are the braziers again?
We're on top of the ox.
Oh, okay.
Many, many oxen.
Many oxen in my bed.
And you
And what is this
see
crazy man shouting for?
you see these winged creatures made of smoke start forming and flapping.
Ah, the majestic smoke flap flap.
And that brings us to Katie.
Oh no, you don't. I'm still yelling.
Yep.
And I go after the mummy.
As you move, I get an opportunity
Yes,
to
you
attack.
do.
And does a
No, because
19
he
hit?
disengaged.
A 19?
Yeah. Am I
Yeah, it
counting
does.
right? Yeah, 19.
Yep.
Okay. As this smoke-like creature lashes out with a tiny claw and does 6 points of slashing damage to you.
Okay. Kiara, you can put a movie on.
Okay.
Just no video games. And then I am going to swing my great axe at the mummy.
Okay.
Leave my friends alone. Witness! I crit
I
again.
can see it from
Okay.
here.
No.
Alright, so
Not feeling good.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Is that a 6 or a 9? It's a 9.
It's annoying.
So 17 plus 9.
26.
Yep.
As once again your swings are intercepted as the bandages coalesce right where the blade is going to hit.
But there's nothing else that I can.
Okay. The critter in the statue jumps down and skitters. How much do I have? I got 40 feet. Yep, skitters toward the chamber with the mummy in it, as far as you can go, following the edge of the room.
You got it.
Sit right up next to Katie.
Katie. Yeah.
Awesome.
No, it should be back one more square. Because it should. Would it have taken
No.
5 feet of movement to get down from the.
You mean 10 feet?
No.
No? Okay.
It gets to jump down for free.
Yeah, it's a cat.
That's not mine.
It's about to lose all 9 in one swing.
Well, it's swinging at you. At the moment, it's biting at you and manages to catch you right on the sweet spot of your calf.
Owie!
Oh.
That cat's gonna get it. I'm mad at Kitty. Kitty ain't gonna be my familiar anymore.
And that bite does a grand total of 11 points of piercing damage.
Holy crap!
And then,
So I round up, so 6, right?
round up.
You're a sorcerer, aren't you?
Okay.
And then it tries to
Good thing.
claw at you,
Do you know?
but manages to miss as you're dancing around from bite.
I was so
Ow, 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 ow!
Bad kitty.
Light.
Someone help me with this stupid thing!
Which
And I'm
one
gonna
was,
go start our food.
how did you number my
Do you need any help?
I shouldn't, I'm just putting water on right now.
2.
okay. What are you up to?
Oh shoot, Ange, do you want your stuff on the
Um,
porch?
We're
Yeah,
on-
I'll move it.
We're on the back landing.
I'm gonna take 5 feet in diagonal from me to my left,
Okay.
so I face them. And just prepare for war. I'll
Okay.
just sit there and battle on. Defense.
Okay. You doing anything else?
Nah, that's okay.
Okay. The flying critter number 2 approaches you. And how much space is between you and Norland?
There's a
About 5 feet.
Okay,
So
perfect.
it's 1 square and the diagonals. And
You need a
So
dexterity saving throw from both of you.
It's like
from both.
it's had a.
Put that one in timeout.
Alright, Light, what'd you get?
3.
Awesome. Norland.
14.
Awesome. As this thing approaches you, its little mouth opens, larger than you would expect, and this burning hot ash shoots out from its mouth, blinding you. Fortunately, he took the brunt of it, so it didn't blind you.
Welcome!
You are now blind. And that brings us to Kita, who just stepped away from the table, so it'll be a moment. Norland will have you act instead.
Okay. I am gonna cast Magic Missile at Kitty, that is attacking
Kita?
Katie.
Kitty attacking Katie.
This one.
Oh, the one
Mommy?
behind Katie?
The evil
Okay.
meow meow.
Go for
Evil
it.
meow meow.
Go
Evil
for it.
meow meow, because I want its gold necklace.
Okay.
Evil meow meow attacking Katie.
Okay.
So,
Evil Meow Meow's attacking
I
Katie.
skipped you for a moment.
Okay. I kind of
So-
figured. That's okay. It's my fault.
But I mean, it's you and him.
8. 8 points of damage
8 points of damage.
to Evil meow meow.
It does not seem to be appreciative of being hit by your spell. It hisses at you, but it does not seem to have changed its intent. Yeah.
So
Only down to one more.
when
First
you
level
hit a
spell.
creature, you can expend a so that is triggered upon a successful hit.
Kita.
No, you hit and then cast spell.
Okay, just
Sorry.
double check if it's been a while.
Sorry. Still holding Evil Meow Meow.
You are still holding Evil Meow Meow.
Evil meow meow 2.
And Evil Meow Meow is still being mean to me.
You're not sure about that. You think it's the nicest thing in the world. You're holding it and petting it.
Okay.
It's a loving meow meow.
Well,
You have loving meow meow where I attack evil meow meow.
I'm so glad that clicked. It's helpful. That's really sweet, but that tastes really good. Sour heads.
and I can see 2 ghost bat flap things.
You can see two creatures that coalesce from smoke. Yes.
And how high up are they?
10, 12 feet.
So if I moved here, I still wouldn't be able to reach them.
Not without some sort of reach weapon or ranged weapon, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna stick where I'm at then.
Okay. Roll a wisdom save.
Finally,
Nice.
16.
You, for some strange reason, have no clue why this cat is in your hands, considering that you are now bleeding from multiple scratches and bite wounds. And that's your turn. It is now on the ground, so make sure it's in a square adjacent to
You finally got rid of the cat.
Yes, I finally got rid of the
you.
cop.
Well, and you set it down, and it looks at you with these sad little eyes, and it starts purring again.
Can we get a dog now?
I need a wisdom saving
Oh,
Or at least a jackal. They like eating kitties.
I almost wish that was a 1. So you could re-roll it.
oh, I'm sorry I set you down there,
And
cat.
that is exactly what it is.
You're too cute to put on the ground.
Oh.
She's like, what the?
Oh my god! I can't believe I set you down. Get back here.
Do I pick it up again?
Yeah, it's not in your hands. Oh,
Yeah.
Different dice.
this is not going
That's
in
what
your
I need
favor,
to
Shooter.
use.
So the other creature that coalesced out of the smoke, number 1, have it fly forward,
Which way?
right on the other side of you from number 2. And
So it's flanking.
and it sees that you are trying to get this ash out of your eyes, and it attacks you. And I'm going to make the assumption that a 22 is going to make contact. As you take 4
Maybe, yeah.
points of slashing damage from this creature.
Okay, its name's a bit long, but
And then it flies up into the air. Do we have plastic to kick it
no,
up with?
out here we don't.
Okay.
And it's number 3 or number 1.
It's and it's up in the air, flying. Light, you can take an attack of opportunity, but it's at disadvantage as you're blinded.
And then use
So you can try to hit it.
I'm not gonna be able to hit it.
You can try.
You can try. So you might
If you're
try.
swinging wildly, you have a chance to hit it. So roll twice and then take the lower of the 2. So D20. Yep, you're doing your roll to hit. Not that one. This is Will Wheaton, ladies and gentlemen. He rolled 2 1s.
You, swinging wildly, managed to somehow completely miss it. Not sure why. I mean, being blind might have something to do with it.
Yes.
And that brings us to Ash.
My impression of Jeremy.
That is exactly what he is in the moment.
No, that's impression of light.
Yeah.
It's straight.
Okay, I am going to. Ow. That is okay. I'm going to cast Searing Smite.
Yep.
That's bonus action.
Bonus action. Okay.
Owie.
And the first diagonal is 5, yes.
I've got a paper cut.
Yes.
I'm gonna move 30.
Okay.
Yep, I'm gonna right there for now.
Shift the mummy 5 feet toward you, Jeremy.
No,
You
towards.
as a person.
I will use character name or person name, so it helps with direction.
Uh-oh. Oh no, because now I'm flunked.
You're
I
funky.
need, at this point in time, because he's only got that, I need Light to roll a wisdom saving throw. Or no. Yes.
No,
I had
it's
to
not.
I had to remember who's been hit with it.
Oh.
Never mind.
Oh, don't say never mind, because he just 20'd that.
Yeah, but the thing is, he automatically succeeds
He's blind.
because he's blind.
Can he save that 20?
Nope.
Can we put it to a vote?
At least I know which one I'm using.
Right?
Yeah.
As it looks at you and gives that baleful look at you, you have no clue.
You're literally going,
And then it turns around and strikes at Katie again.
Of course it does.
Does a 23 hit?
Only on Sundays.
Alright. As you take
You got one. I hope you have one health.
as you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage,
Not much more. Bludgeoning
I
is
am
gonna
not
take.
I am not having it. You get to do the math.
Yep, I've been having whatever you tell me. So that'd be 8 that I take, correct?
7.
7? Okay.
I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Ooh. 12.
12.
Yeah.
As you feel that viscous liquid sear through the pain again, and you take 14 points of necrotic damage.
I'm down. I am very, very down.
Which now brings us.
Don't let it touch you. Ugh.
Which now brings us to the feline that was attacking you.
I'm dying, and my sister's petting a damn cat.
I need a death saving throw from you, Katie.
This turn already? Oh, because it's attacking me.
No. Because it's the last creature in the initiative order.
And it's
You
your turn
start
already.
this.
Halfling luck?
Doesn't work on death saving throws.
It
Are
doesn't
you
say
a
that.
Does it?
halfling?
Yes.
It
You
says
roll one.
any one.
Oh, thank God, because that would have been 2 fails. It's still a fail, but it's only 1 fail.
Yeah, because
I will not deny halfling luck on a death saving throw.
I think we finally found the one thing that I might be meaner on.
it technically says saving throw.
yeah,
Okay, then
ability
never
check
mind.
or saving throw.
That's why
Okay.
that's why I don't deny it.
Um,
As the cat runs out of the room and straight toward Light. And it bites at you. Does a what am I looking at here? Does a 15 connect for your armor class?
Close for maximum.
Are you using a shield? So what is with no shield?
15.
Alright. And I rolled a 15, so who wins?
I play defense.
There you go.
Good job.
It bites down at you, and it finds nothing but the metal of your pauldron or your boots. Doesn't manage to pierce through. So then it gets mad, and it swings with its claws, and it connects with a 24.
Right across your kneecap.
No, it'd probably be closer to his calves or shins because of the height difference. As you take 6 points of slashing damage. And now it's your turn, Light.
Wonderful. So
You
can
are,
I,
you are no longer blind.
sweet. Can I use cure wounds on myself?
You can use cure wounds on anybody.
Can you touch yourself?
Then you can cure wounds yourself.
Maybe.
add 2 more to that because you're a life cleric.
He's missing
And I don't think you have proficiency to that, though, do you?
no.
No.
But he gets a +6 because he has a mod of 3 +2
For
plus
life
spell
care.
level.
Yeah, so 6 plus whatever he rolled for cure
Yes.
wounds.
So 7
Gotcha.
in total.
See, I don't got this down yet either.
I only remember because Torbera.
It helps, doesn't it? So you just gained yourself 7 hit points back.
Don't
and you are
die.
no longer blinded. However, that is the end of your turn.
Nobody else go down.
Which brings us to that flying flap thing of ash next to you.
It's a high ash flap flap.
No,
Number
it's just
2.
ashy flap flap.
Ashy flap flap.
Yes.
As
The other one's the high ashy flap flap.
The high ashy flap flap.
the high ashy flap goes toward Norland.
30. What's your next one?
Drops down so that it can attack you. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Alright. As this thing swings at you and deals 6 points of slashing damage to you. And then it tries to fly back up in the air. Anybody within 5 feet of it can take an attack of opportunity.
Any within 5 feet of number 1?
Of number
That's
2.
both of us.
Number 2?
As it tries to fly up in the air.
So, well, we move number 1 near me.
Because you said
The one
1.
that was high.
No, I said number 2.
Okay, so then put number 1 back up high and move.
Number 2, where number 1 is.
So number 1 needs to go back here
On plastic.
on plastic.
And number 2 needs to go where number 1 was.
There.
And still, you both get an attack of opportunity as it tries to fly up in the air. It's a weapon attack.
Okay. That's fine. I have a mace, so I'm gonna attack with my mace.
I have a mace and
Oh yeah, because you can't use a spell.
Not unless you take a feat. There is a
What
feat.
if it's a reaction spell?
It has to be a feat.
That's interesting. That jumped over.
6.
6 to
Go.
hit. 6 to hit.
Yeah, 6 to hit.
6 here.
A 6 to hit for you too.
They both rolled a 4 on the die.
Here. What's your strength modifier, Jeremy?
4.
What's
Oh,
your
that's
proficiency
8.
modifier?
10.
Make sure you add all the numbers
I
together.
forgot to add my proficiency modifier to it.
However, both of you still miss.
That's fine.
Just make sure you add all your numbers to it. As it is now up in the air.
You need another box.
I don't have a plastic.
I got it.
available.
I got a bunch. Unless Jeremy's got
I
it.
can make a little tower with my dice.
I see, otherwise you can just put it under a D4.
There's somebody's got plastic.
Huh,
Huge.
I got it first.
Tita.
Yep.
I got wood.
Tita, your
I'm-
turn.
Wood.
Preoccupied, so I'm not doing anything.
Roll me one of them their wisdom saves.
Okay, that might.
Is it more than a 14?
Yeah, no.
It's a 14.
I will give that to you.
Oh thank God.
Because technically you're the defender.
Thank God. I throw the cat down again.
It starts.
Bad
It
kid.
looks at you
Norman.
sad again.
It looks at you sad and starts.
My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to
Bad
cast
kitty.
magic missile at the other kitty again.
Which
Evil
one?
kitty.
The one that's
Evil
just came back in the room?
This one right here. Evil kitty.
Yeah, evil meow meow.
Evil
Evil
meow.
meow meow.
She had
So-
loving meow meow.
Yep. So I am.
The cheese dogs are out. They're just cooling off a little bit.
8 points of damage again.
8 points of damage?
The
Yep.
indiscriminate packages of meat and cheese.
You can say cheese
And
dogs.
I am
That's
out of
not
personal
copyrighted. You
spells.
just can't say the brand.
Say that again.
I am out of personal spells.
Because
It happens.
cheese stuffed meat just
Yep.
sounds
Cheese stuff.
Alright.
wrong.
The kitty next to you
Looks offended.
Mm-hmm.
And calls you
starts
racist and
purring and
discriminant.
rubbing its head against your leg.
And she picks it back up.
You realize that that this is the best form
Yes.
of creature control I have ever used
Yes.
in any game ever?
You know, I've heard of
Oh, and
characters controlling creatures, but never a creature controlling a character.
What's
This is
good for
not
the
what I
goose?
intended
I'm
in the
amused.
least.
Like,
This is amusing.
no, yeah.
a single bad thing.
yeah, you have you moved around.
Except for Hyde.
You know, the ASPCA and PETA applaud you.
People eating these animals.
Number 2, method number 2 drops down,
Oh, they're
Well,
and it tries
oh my
to
gosh.
attack. Or sorry, 1 drops down, not 2. I keep getting
it's not you, it's him.
I don't know how to math. It drops down and it tries to attack light again, but it misses by a long shot and goes to fly up into the air again.
How many rounds of combat has it been?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12.
It's been 12 rounds.
It's not been 12 rounds.
According to the damage chart that I have going on here.
Yeah, we had a lot, but the mummy keeps kept healing stuff. That's why I'm attacking the
We
cats.
can't be
cats.
on more than round 6.
This is round 12.
Okay.
'Cause
Okay. Okay.
No.
Maybe.
No, I will actually have to redact that. Because he got it hit twice in 1 round.
Yeah.
So that means we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Round 10.
Okay, I was gonna say between 8 and 10 makes more sense to
Round
me.
10.
So.
Which, at that point in time,
I'm not trying to.
this next coming round, your spiritual weapon is gone.
That's up to
Because
them.
that only lasts 2 minutes, correct?
Yes. But it's
You're
not
the one with the weapon.
just you can have any drinks.
How long does it last?
So this next round, after everyone's turn, we can like take turns filtering out
Sure.
one by one and grabbing. Do you want me to bring you a?
Duration 1 minute.
Do you want it in a bun?
Is how long?
And what do you want on it?
For an hour?
1 minute.
Yeah, it just says duration 1 minute.
That's how long
That
it
would
lasts.
be
Yeah.
100
So-
rounds.
The beginning of your next turn, the spiritual weapon fades.
Oh shoot.
So,
Take your attack of
Go
opportunity.
to Syrinscape.
please do this one.
You can do it.
Might have dropped.
It might, cause then
Add your modifiers.
That's fine. So your Hunter's Mark dropped. Okay, Hunter's Mark
for a
dropped.
spell you'd add that one.
No,
Okay.
he's getting attack of opportunity.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, I'm
Add
ignore
your
me.
strength and your
Okay,
proficiency to
that
whatever
dropped.
you
Well,
roll.
that's fine.
14. 14. You connect with it as
Woo!
it tries to fly away.
God.
Roll damage.
Which is a
What'd you hit it with?
base.
So, what's your base to the damage?
1d6 plus 4.
Roll it.
Plus 6.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So then roll a d6.
1d6 plus 4. Roll it up.
Nice.
10.
Max damage. Very good. Ash.
I'm gonna move up to Mr. Mummy.
I'm not.
Okay.
Kill that thing.
And I'm gonna switch to my longsword and swing
Okay.
one-handed at it.
Okay.
Please be good.
Those
Bet
That's
she
good.
doesn't have improved critical.
I know. It's a 19 on the die.
You hit.
Sweet. And a hit. So it is.
What do you want on yours?
No, I'm not
Okay.
done yet.
Okay.
Because I still have Searing Smite going. And on a successful hit, I'm also going to do Divine Smite.
Okay.
So the first d8 is for the sword. Did I do that right?
Well,
That one should have been a double.
Plus your strength.
Yep. So 7, 12.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pick on you for helping her on this one, Anne. She
12
hasn't played it
slashing.
forever.
12 slashing plus 2d8 Divine Smite.
Good one.
Because it's. Hold on a second.
2d8 for a first level spell slot.
Joe, what do you
Read
want
the
on
last
yours?
one.
The damage increases
Yes.
by 1d8 if the target is an undead or a fiend.
Is it undead or a fiend?
It's a mummy.
So that means you need an extra D8.
Yep. Hold on, so I've got
So all three catch
12
up Mustard Relish?
slashing.
Should use that one. Looks ugly.
Okay.
Average. That's not bad.
11 radiant.
12 slashing, 11.
12 slashing, 11 radiant.
Plus.
Plus 1d6 fire damage. There's
So 3 fire
3
damage.
fire damage. And let's see. Causes the target to ignite in flames.
Taking 1d6 damage at the beginning of its turn, every turn.
It must make a con save.
Or be lit AF.
Or
Well, it causes the target to. It stays ignited until they do a successful save.
Right. So you swing into this thing, and who's your deity?
Shevanash.
Shevanash.
Yeah.
What does the divine smite look like energy-wise?
Energy-wise,
If you were to describe it.
the divine smite.
When you infuse your deity's holy power into your weapon, what does it look like?
Let's see, 'cause he's got revenge.
just never had to think about this.
No, I've
And
never had to
this
think about
is,
this.
I like asking these questions because it helps you personalize your character. Sort of like I tell you, Nilo has little spiders for his magic missiles.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. That was
Yeah,
bad DM. I'm sorry.
So it's just energy.
Yep.
It's going to be it's basically gonna look like kind of like frost but royal blue.
Okay. So you watch as Ash gets this look of
That's 26.
gets this look on her face
His.
of
It's
pure, unadulterated vengeance.
He's an elf. Who can tell?
And as the sword swings over his head, there is a streak of red from the fiery spell that he had cast a few seconds ago. And just before it connects with this mummy, it gets encrusted in this royal blue icy shell, slamming into the mummy. And you watch as the energy from his deity and that spell tear through this thing like rice paper. And it falls, sundered to the ground.
woo.
And you hear this really soft as the two No! You just ruined it. As the two smoky creatures
Poof out of-
poof out of existence.
Hey, they were familiars.
They were familiars.
No, they
Well,
were
they're
killed.
summons.
They
I
were
know.
summons.
So
So familiar
And
summon.
Cats.
now,
Did the cats poof?
no, the cat did not poof.
They purr at us.
That was awesome. That was a very good use.
Poof the poof.
Um,
Poofly poof.
So it
That's
looks
what
like
we're
a mix
going
between
to.
fire and ice, basically.
I'm going to be a very mean DM now. That was exactly 23 points of overkill.
That's okay.
It had 1 hit point left.
That's okay.
That's just fine.
Hey,
What happened?
We
I
don't
want-
care. It's
I wanted
bad.
it to happen, and it's because the divine smite, because it looks like royal blue ice. And the fire, it looks like fire and ice coalescing.
And the kitty
that's pretty
cat
sweet,
that is in the room with you, the mean kitty cat,
actually.
it purrs.
Meow, meow.
That's why.
It's not in the room with her.
No,
No, it's in front of light.
I know.
Oh.
But it can still see in the room with her.
Oh, okay.
It purrs. And I need light to make a wisdom saving throw.
We're gonna pick up evil meow meow.
Oh, it's probably gonna be happening, okay? Even my mom's probably gonna come.
Oh, maybe not.
Thank you.
Yes.
Exactly what I wanted it to do.
The
That
same.
was good.
It's okay
16.
if it's 23 points of overkill.
And it
That's
does.
fine.
You're a little
I thought
upset
it was
that you
26.
just watched one of your friends fall. That kitty is not getting the better of you. Light, it's your turn.
Can I smash this thing with my mace?
You can do whatever you would like.
It had one.
So it would have been 25 points of overkill.
Yeah.
This thing straight down.
I hit with a 20. It was a 26 damage.
I know.
Oh, because
Resistance is.
resistance to probably
Fair
slashing.
enough.
But because
Nice.
you had radiant.
Nine.
Fire.
9 to hit it.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
you
No,
rolled-
you rolled.
You rolled die 20.
Hold on. He rolled damage instead of a to hit. Hold on. It's okay. I've done it. Well, it might still be accurate.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Wisdom.
No,
to
strength
hit
and
Mace.
proficiency.
would be whatever your.
So.
Plus attack. Strength.
No, this
'Cause
strength
here
and
you took
proficiency
these,
added.
Made
That's
that.
what that is. So whatever you roll to hit
That plus
is
that.
that plus your die roll.
It's a
Thing
4.
12.
No, because we never got that part.
So no 9.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh! Staggering smite.
Yeah.
You roll.
Oh,
or
Oriana needs that.
you swing
No,
your mace at
yes.
the cat. And it looks like you're going to just drill this thing with your mace. And at the last moment, it slinks around your leg, getting out of the way of the attack. Keep
Try
it.
and kiss it.
Oh, Katie.
Darian,
Death
Katie.
saving throw.
they don't get 4th level spells until level 13.
I can wait. I'm sure. Or
You guys notice that Katie hasn't moved in quite a while.
She got hit hard.
Kita,
Yeah.
Put the cat down.
I need a wisdom saving throw.
Of course you do.
Is it more than a 14?
Nope.
That kitty is your bestest friend.
Do I get advantage seeing that my sister's not moving?
You don't see me. You see the kitty, and it's
You're
a
hiding
warm,
behind a
loving
pillar,
embrace.
remember?
I can still see.
Norley.
My turn?
Yeah.
We need to get those cats out of the way.
Let's see.
I'm sorry, guys.
Kitty.
I'm amused.
Smash it with the
So is Joe.
Joe's very
Like,
This is probably one of the funniest things I have seen in a long time, where the dice just don't like a player.
yeah.
It's like,
Like poor Jeremy's
Oops,
2 ones in a row.
Oof, gotta pick up. Okay, so I'm gonna cast
You can pick up. Ow, you hurt me.
Firebolt at
I'll pick you up.
Evil Meow Meow.
Mm-hmm.
Evil meow meow.
Yes,
Evil
evil
meow
meow meow, and
Since
you have loving
I'm
meow meow.
currently holding loving meow meow,
Yeah, and
I'm
you're
gonna go
right.
get food.
And
Good
I
idea.
can't exactly see Loving Meow Meow, so.
Well, I'm
Evil Meow Meow needs to die.
11.
11.
Go ahead.
You launch that fireball, and
I'm not worried.
it's one of those situations where light moves in just the right spot where you have to twitch your fingers so you don't blast him in the leg.
Do whatever your character would do.
Because the cat is using his legs as
Do
a
whatever
jungle
your
gym.
character would do.
You just barely miss.
I'm gonna yell, Heal Katie!
Okay.
I can't run from this thing. Run attack me.
The
Yeah, but they're running out of healing spells. They only have so many slots.
Yeah, well, I don't have any healing spells.
But some paladin is right next to her.
Well, she had to kill the mummy cuss.
I know.
yeah,
Gotta be 30 feet.
Kita,
Yeah.
does
We're
a
gonna
12
lose our
hit you?
halflings, be careful.
No, it does not.
Okay. The bite, on the other hand, does. As you take 8 points of piercing damage.
And I am down.
Yeah.
Stupid cat.
Do you have a
Stupid
spell
cat.
slot for it?
So
How
now
many spell
Kita
slots do you have of
is unconscious.
I don't think you rolled
Because
that,
spiritual weapon took 1.
It's a bonus action.
Ash.
Yeah,
baby. Yes,
but
but you
spell
still use
slot.
a spell slot.
I need a. Let me get a
I'll
PhD.
show you, Jeremy.
What are you trying to figure out?
See,
how many spell
I'm
slots he
allowed
has.
4 first level
Level
spells.
3
Okay.
should be
Every time you
4
cast
and
one,
2.
you expend a slot.
No.
Are you
So
sure it's that
I
many?
casted a magic missile 4 times.
I believe so because
So
that's
I
what
use up all 4
Zanny
of my,
has.
my
Isn't it
abilities.
4 and 2
Level
level
3,
3?
I think so.
it's
Alright.
3 cantrips, 4 first level, and 2 second level.
Okay, so he
Oh.
would still have
Yay, I remember.
1 second level left.
Write it down so how many
Okay.
slots you have.
And that'll change as we go. So you have 2, and you've only used 1. And then, let's see. Cure wounds, you've done that twice.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't think
And
a
then
freaking
how many-
feline was going to be that
How many
OP.
first levels? There's 4, right?
4
4
first,
first level,
2
2
second.
second.
Okay. So we'll just do tally
Ash, what
marks
would
and
you like to
erase
do?
them every time you rest.
I'm going
So
to
you have 2 first levels left.
because
and
even if I
1
give
second
her
level.
1 hit point that she's stabilized,
Here, I need my principal.
I'm going to lay on hands Katie
Katie.
and give her 2 hit points back.
You are awake.
Ow.
Stay down.
Ow.
You are no longer raging either.
No. Thank you, almost helpful DM.
You're welcome. Anything else from you, Ash?
And then Ray of Frost is a cantrip.
It is.
I'm gonna do Ray of Frost at Evil Meow.
Is it a bonus action?
Well, hold on. What is lay on hands?
Lay on hands is an action.
It's
And
not a
this is-
spell.
And this is what we were talking about yesterday, about where I have a little bit of leeway on it. Just a cantrip is your bonus action. It doesn't have to be limited to bonus action.
But it's not a spell though. Lay on
So
a
lay on
hand.
it, it's still an action.
It says as an action.
Because
You can
lay on
touch a
hands is
creature.
an action,
Right.
and Ray of Frost
the
is
only,
an action.
The only thing technically that she could do right now is a bonus action. I'm opening it up to any cantrip.
Food.
So we're going to allow to use cantrips as bonus actions?
Correct. Just because I think it gives you guys a little more flexibility.
Okay.
Wait, what? Say that one more time.
I'll go over it after the game again.
Okay.
I had this conversation last night before
Well-
everybody left.
I know.
You had that conversation with me, but I don't think that was
The entire table.
okay.
I'm casting Ray of Frost at Evil Meow.
I remember the conversation.
19 to
I
hit.
literally had just
That
missed a
will
sentence you
hit.
said. I wasn't.
Can I get...
There's
A
paper
potion.
plates right next to the hot dogs.
Oh
There should
no,
be a
I'm
second.
sorry.
Never mind. Your aunt took the entire effing stack of paper plates.
And his
Like, we know you're messy, Ange, but I don't. And it's a little overkill.
That's ridiculous.
let me
Just a little bit.
check something. Just
Napkin?
because-
No, we'll take the whole dispenser. We're good.
So you're just working dispensers off for
I'm
a while.
tired. Just leave me alone.
You're tired.
1d8.
Oh, last
Okay.
night I was so cranky.
So that was a hit.
Yes.
We need to make a rule. If it hits 11 or 11:30, we
Max
need to be done.
damage.
We need to
Which
stop.
is
8.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. And
that
speed is
is
reduced
30.
by 10 feet. Evil Meow Meow.
I thought Ray of Frost was a D12.
No,
No.
Ray of Frost's cantrip is a 1 day.
Oh. Okay.
Yep.
Where did I get D12
One of the, I
from?
think it's one of the poisons.
Oh, poison spray.
Hand
That's
fart.
Yes.
Yes, it is a hand card. Yes.
Alright. And it is 10 foot speed. Speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Yes.
Alright. Katie.
Yep.
I just told you to stay down.
I am going to stand up
I don't mean laying down.
and I am going to shoot Evil Meow Meow with my short bow.
Okay.
And that is a 20 to hit.
That will make contact. And
Effing cat.
you can look at it.
For
all of you,
5
so
damage.
Hopefully it makes sense. For 5 damage?
For 5 damage.
And this thing is starting to look super tattered. It is... Actually, you're starting to notice that the necklace is completely tarnished and tore apart.
Mmm.
You're also noticing that the fur is singed and it looks super rough.
So like you could do divine sense and then use cantrip.
And then it turns and looks at everything going on, and in one last ditch effort,
I just showed it.
it attacks Light again. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Both of its attacks hit you. Its bite doing 6 points of damage,
Oof.
and its claw attack doing... Oh, come here. 8, 9, 10, 14 points of damage.
And you.
Heal him!
It's a bear owl.
And Kita.
But they're definitely owl bears. I need to make a death save.
Yes, please.
Jeremy, did you grab the whole stack too?
I was trying. My hot dog tipped over, so I wasn't realizing what I was doing.
I guess it runs in the family.
I was going to say,
Yep.
is that a save or no? Alright?
Congratulations.
I'm trying to become true.
Yes. good
You are a
correction.
true family.
Peace.
Caden and
No,
Maya
I'm
are a
working
true
on it.
family to Joe.
It doesn't come easy.
The
No,
second they
turn.
got married, they became a
Okay.
true family. Blood brothers make family.
Okay.
You are.
So,
You are true family.
Those two are my sisters more than my sisters.
Y'all are family. That's all
Family's
that
what you make it.
See, look, owl bears.
Blood is blood.
I
Blood
am
of the
going
covenant
to
thicker than the
cast
water of the womb.
Firebolt at Evil Meow Meow.
matters. Two. And this time hit it.
I'll
We're
try.
gonna have to tell her later.
I rolled. You want 24 to hit,
Okay.
so I think I hit it.
This time you got him.
Okay, so. And I did 7 points of damage.
And this firebolt slams into the cat, and you watch as it falls to the ground, not moving, part of its side singed and smoldering.
Okay, one down, one to go.
Right?
And it does. It comes running across the room straight at you. Just take it off the table. Any of the creatures,
Okay, we're
not the
good.
players. Take them off the table. It comes straight at you and tries to attack you. Its first attack missing by a long shot. Its second attack making contact with you. A 19.
I'm down.
No, to hit.
Okay. Alright, okay. I used to like 19 points of damage, I'm down.
We got party wiped by a cat.
As you take 5 points of piercing damage. It rolled low on that attack.
Thank God.
Ash.
Oh my god. This is a cluster F. Seriously.
Maybe it's you. Last party died. This party's dying. Maybe it's you.
Shut up.
Sorry.
I'm good because it's right in front of him.
You know, technically she is standing here and has done less than Kita has done the entire combat.
No, it's
She done nothing.
I'm
except
gonna
just
she'll come
over
back from her daydream
to
and
the
we'll all
other
be
side of the
like,
cat.
they're dead.
I'm going over to the other side of the cat. So the cat's now flanked.
Paul, do you want plate?
I'm going to swing with my long sword,
There should be some in there.
two-handed.
You hobble over here.
There should be plates in there.
16.
Yeah, but that way we
16
don't
to
need
hit.
all the plates. Nice. Witness.
That would be 16 damage
Double witness.
Very nice.
because that was max damage plus what I already get.
Wait,
Catnip
plus
this,
what?
kitty.
Strength mod
Yeah.
So that'd be 14.
14. Yes, 14.
14 damage.
Thank you. Yes, 14.
No, I won't say that. I won't. All
You
right.
now have Kate.
You just slammed into this cat, and it took the blow. And it's the strangest thing. You would assume a scrawny little feline like this would just be destroyed by a strike like that. as it takes the blow and its entire body slinks around and looks at you with some venom in its eyes and hisses at you as it.
Oh wait, that was my kitty, right?
Yeah, so it hasn't taken any damage except for that yet.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost as a bonus action.
Hold on.
He's a
Not
frost.
after an attack.
Not after an attack.
He said after a spell,
Gotcha.
action spell, or a special ability.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. That's
Can we make flowcharts? I was kidding. Oh my gosh. Just to see that look on your face is worth it.
Anything else? Ash.
after that strike.
Let me see that piece of paper.
This one?
Oh, the one that hasn't made its way around?
Let me see that because I'm actually going to make an addendum to it
I'm
because
gonna look
it
at
makes
you.
sense.
Hit it
Okay.
again. And yeah, that's it. I'm not moving because it's flank.
Cantrip.
Which means
Action.
That brings us to
Special
Katie.
ability plus cantrip. Okay. To Katie?
Yep.
I'm gonna run up 10, 15, 20. I can make it. And I am going to.
Can we move the monitor
Actually,
over?
no. I stay 5 feet back because
Darius
I have my short
eaten,
bow.
Gabs hasn't eaten.
I haven't gotten it yet.
And
I
Debs
haven't
hasn't.
gotten it.
Only one
Well,
button left. So
There's another pack
Oh,
of buns.
I'm gonna put another packet. Yeah, there's another pack of buns back there. I miss.
What do you roll?
I'm gonna
Oh.
go.
I rolled a 7 total.
Alright. Yes, you do miss on that.
Dogs or
There's-
buns?
Like,
There's more of everything. Hang on.
like, you are unconscious, correct? I need you to roll a death saving throw. So just roll a d20 and tell me what you get.
Because we got 2 packages.
Alright, so you have failed your first death saving throw.
So, erase those, and only one should be filled in.
Kita. Roll a 20.
Woo! 11.
Not a 20, but I'll take that too. Norland,
I'm coming.
come over here and kill a cat or something.
Alright. Not as fun as
Wait,
killing
oh,
bunnies,
excited.
but doesn't he have I have it flanked, yes. Will flank work on spells?
Anything that has a to hit roll
Okay,
gets
I just wanted to
advantage.
Okay. Scorching Ray. So
That's
means
a
I get-
first level spell.
That is my second level spells.
Okay, I thought you were up.
I'm on a first level spells. I have one more slot for my second level spell.
You've
Which
cast Scorching Ray twice this.
I've cast Scorching Ray once.
Okay.
I've cast Magic Missile and used up all my slots, and then I've been casting like Firebolt.
Okay. There, that's my addendum.
Okay, so
That makes a lot more sense.
I'll just
Because
roll
it
2
works
dice
with-
at each time for
It works
each
with the paladin,
each one.
That's why I had to make the adjustment.
Okay, well, there's 20 for the first ray. Because that was a 17 and a 20, so.
A 17 and a 20.
Yeah, so for the first ray.
Okay. Natural 20 or regular.
There is a natural 20 sitting right over
Okay,
there.
that's your first attack.
Yep,
What's your second?
so that was a 26 to hit. That's 23 to hit.
Okay.
Then 13 to hit.
Alright. 2 of them hit. And how much damage does it do?
2d6 for each one.
Okay, so it starts at 12. Now roll 4d6.
Did he crit one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, that first one is.
No, that's all. That's both of the rays.
That's both rays all together?
I'm adding it all together in one hit.
Okay, so there's 16.
Plus 12.
So 16 plus 12, 28.
There we go. Because you crit, you automatically get 1 max damage roll.
I can live with that.
26 damage.
26 damage with Scorching Ray.
Nothing gone?
It is beyond gone.
You're fine. We got more hot dogs than we just put over.
As you launch these scorching rays into it, and you actually knock the thing back 5 feet.
So not get into that.
And
Not
some
get into our pally friend.
and some Chinese restaurant owner.
Oh, there
is
are
calling
most
for dinner.
definitely some Asian restaurants going, hey! So, you guys are now out of combat. However,
Did I just grab the whole stack? Oh my god!
I'm the only one who didn't do it. Well, Derry and I are the only ones who didn't do it.
what was that about All in the Family?
I'm adopted!
We're the only ones who didn't grab the whole stack.
You guys are family.
Joe doesn't count. 'cause
No.
She
Joe
brought
didn't
it
grab
to
his.
me.
Yeah, she grabbed it for him.
And
So-
he took my plate. So
You guys are out of combat.
Oh, I had a plate for there. Your plate.
Yay! I'm gonna go try and stabilize my
However-
idiot cat-loving sister.
however,
However,
Uh-oh.
I still have to go around in the initiative order because people are making death saving throws.
Gotcha.
Ash, you are up.
I'm up. I'm gonna walk over to Kita.
Okay,
Lay on hands. For at least 2 points.
for 2 points. Kita, you are up.
yay! I'm not dead yet.
You cat-loving idiot!
Next time, don't touch the cat.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Don't even look at the cat.
Right.
It's meta.
I need one more death saving throw out of you. Katie, what are you doing while this happens?
I'm going to go over and try and stabilize whoever's down.
Light is the only one.
Okay, then I go over
Yeah.
and I try and stabilize Light.
What do you have to stabilize him with?
I do have a medicine kit.
How about you roll me a medicine check then?
Well, you see, if he's bleeding, you just put your hand over it.
And rub some dirt on it.
Yes, I got an 8 total. Oh, it's bleeding there. Bleeding there. And I just plug all the holes.
That's
I
gross.
love you.
Ash
I
is
saw
dead.
a god do this once.
You might have to use some of your lay on of hands points to cure
Get rid of the disease.
Yeah, cure disease.
Although, if I do that, it will already cure the disease again.
Kita, Norland, are you guys doing anything currently?
I'm gonna get up
I made it better.
and 10 feet, because 5, 10, and that's my movement.
Okay.
And I'm pouting.
Okay. Norland, are you doing anything?
No, I'm pouting because I didn't do anything.
Everyone levels except you. You
I
cat
don't
loving
have
fiend.
anything to. I don't have anything to help stabilize him.
Okay. And then
So-
that brings us back
so-
to Ash.
I don't have medicine.
I'm gonna walk over and do lay on hands to him for 2 points.
You are now no longer diseased, and you are now no longer unconscious.
Woo!
Because lay on of hands is OP. And
And you get some heals.
for
and you
everybody
get some
here
heals.
sitting at the table and everybody who's watching us, we are going to wrap up tonight. Thank you all for joining us. And we will see you guys on Wednesday for Curse of Straw.
Woo woo!
Thanks again, everyone. Have a wonderful evening.
Bye.
Fun!
There we go.